Internet, and welcome to the 4th episode of Tales of Terragia. I am your Dungeon Master and Cosmic Tour Guide, Nick, and I'm joined by the 6 greatest players in all of Southern California. Say hi, everybody!
Hi!
So immediately to my left, one of our players is Cleo.
I am Cleo. Hi, I am playing Anara.
Excellent. Next to her, we have Tommy.
I'm Tommy. I'm playing Nik-Nak.
At the end of the table, we have Elliot.
Hi, I'm Elliot, and I play Tem.
Immediately to my right, we have Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven, and I'm playing Basil.
Next to him, we have Connor.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm playing Zakkai.
And last but certainly not least, we have Kimmery.
Hi, I'm Kimmery, and I'm playing Harmony.
Excellent. All right. We don't have anything else to get out of the way, so let's just dive right in to the next episode of Tales of Terragia. Last time, our group of heroes made some progress in solving the mystery of Port Elsewhere. After the arrival of the Scarlet Rail, which you were all present for one reason or another, you fought off a group of strange cultists in yellow robes stained with this electric teal residue. Though their leader was able to escape, you managed to hold on to what they seemed to be after, a small metal box, only about 1 foot large in size. And without any way to get into said box, or without any answers as to why these cultists even attacked in the first place, you decided to band together and seek out some answers. You were directed to the Horizon's End Lighthouse, just outside of town. You staked it out overnight, trying to see if there were any ins and outs, any goings on at the lighthouse, and there was. Just after 3 a.m., you saw a figure clad in these yellow robes kind of slip in and not come out. So more slowly, one by one, you managed to get inside the lighthouse. Descending beneath it, you certainly seem to stumble upon a headquarters or base of operations of some kind. You found a small room with a dumbwaiter that led even deeper beneath the lighthouse. During that time, Anara, Basil, and Harmony, you have all reached the bottom of this dumbwaiter, stepping out into this small area, a metal hallway, only about maybe 5.5, 6 feet wide, only about 7 feet tall. It's a pretty confined space. The hallway forks off into 2 different directions, continuing off in one, and the other only about 10 feet before it ends at a large wheel crank kind of submarine hatch door. Zakkai, you're about halfway down in the dumbwaiter, heading down, and just as that happens, Anara, while you were investigating that door, that wheel slowly started to turn as someone on the other side of it started to open the door. What are you gonna do?
I step back a few feet. I point, attract Zakkai and Harmony's attention. I don't know, Zakkai, you're still in
On my way.
Basil and Harmony's attention, and point at the door moving and yes.
We'll try to run around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. You can all kind of scoot your way around.
Yeah.
You peek my head, run around the corner and peek my head, after man.
Yes. So Slink, who was on the wall, I have him. I have her. She can't talk.
No, she can't.
Have her hold the...
I have her start sliding up. Is it taking a while for this to open? I mean,
what do we see coming around?
It is turning. It's for dramatic effect. Someone is taking their time and getting out. You're not quite sure the operation is, but you imagine it's only a couple of seconds before that door opens.
I'll basically instruct Slink to head into the thingy and then just start freaking out.
All right.
Just waving
Chaos.
You sort of quickly
stop.
send this little inky
he's just
familiar crawling up into it, and then you see this like squelching through the little seam between the dumbway that you're actually in and the hallway or the shaft that it's traveling down.
It's just
kind
sort of like.
and this weird inky octopus starts waving its tentacles at you.
Stop it!
It gets to where the rope is and like behind it.
Okay.
And like slaps his hand off the rope.
I'm kind of like taking little steps back. Should we just run down this way?
This is the do not enter.
We won't enter. We'll just get around the other corner.
Wait right here and see who comes through the door.
Is the door open yet?
No, as you're kind of around the corner, you can hear.
Okay. Look, I don't think we're gonna be able to escape being seen.
Hey, what's going on?
What if they're gonna use the dumbwaiter to go up?
Why?
The three of you can hear the heavy door opening and footsteps.
What do we see around the corner there?
I'm not looking around the corner. Are you at the corner?
Why do you think it's taking so long?
I stop you moving around. Back up.
Can
back
I
up.
try to prestidigitation, like the sound of something like falling onto the ground and breaking from about inside like this area?
Okay, yeah. Roll a deception check.
Okay. Ooh. 22.
Ooh.
You hear the kind of footsteps stop and like that faint little like foot on the ground squeak as like the shoes kind of like squeak against the metal before there's like a faint, you hear a kind of like stop and the footsteps continue but back the other direction.
Can I peek around the corner to see what the figure looks like?
You kind of look around, you see medium size, maybe
Switch them.
5 foot
Yeah.
9, 5'10" kind of figure.
Yeah, Harmony should
Yellow
be in front.
robes. Kind of like older, dirtier, but still that same yellow robes. Lots of that kind of electric teal residue stains on the sleeves and the hems of it. A little bit of like it smeared here and there. But you do see that there is someone in one of these hooded robes, like heading back into a room. You see that they left the door open and there is a... make a perception check real quick. See how good a view you get inside.
While she's looking around the corner, I am going to very silently take my sword out.
Draw the sword.
Good.
Yeah,
21.
Can I peek
21.
my head underneath her and just also
3 heads stacked
take
on
another
top
look,
of each other.
quick little look.
Make a perception check.
That'd be a 12.
12.
Mine was 21.
Just flip those numbers around.
Oh, can I perceive?
Sure.
Can I roll perception?
Are you still- are you
Because
still
I'm
rolling?
very like lost.
That
And
is
I have
true.
no idea what's going on.
Absolutely. Make a perception check.
Okay, it's good. 19.
19. All right. I'll say, starting with you, Zakkai, I will say that, especially after the flailing octopus creature in front of you and it dies down, you're like, what? You hear, like, it's a bit distant, but you hear the heavy door opening. So it does give you at least a little inclination so you can stop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stop, stay silent, and I'll just kind of listen.
Harmony, around kind of this figure, you see the small room that he's heading back into, a plush maroon rug, some shelves, a lamp. There are 2 short bookshelves that hold ancient tomes and scrolls that look old and delicate. There is a very ostentatious desk flush up against the far wall. Above the desk is a large empty frame where a portrait may once have hung. The canvas has been removed and torn away, and in its place, words in primordial are scrawled in that same electric teal substance on the wall within the frame.
And it's just a single, but it's just a single room on the other side. I don't see any other like other door or tunnel or anything.
As soon as Zakkai, by the way, stops, Slink is going to just go and like flop down or slide down the wall into a little pool.
Oh, God. Good slink.
I'll say from that angle, you're not quite sure if there are doors on either of those walls.
And he's walking back
And
down
he's
inwards.
inside.
Yeah, he seems to be looking at to inspect to see if what had broken and fallen.
He went back in the room. Let's shut him in and hold the door closed.
Yeah, can I try to like dash in between the crack of like the door open and hide in between that space then too?
Oh, you're
and
gonna hide
walk
on the
back
inside?
in? Yeah, it's like basically like
That wasn't
no. As
I was gonna
the
say close him in there.
no, so no, I'm saying as the
Oh, you're
door's
still-
open, I'm trying to like hide in between that gap of like being in the door being there,
Right behind the
essentially.
door.
Yeah,
So
right
the door
behind the
opens
door.
and
So
blocks
like
you?
I
I
can
understand.
So like the moment that he would basically pass that door, I'd be like hiding right there.
You're
essentially,
sneaking
to
behind him
then
as he's still walking to hide
Correct.
in between the wall and the door.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I wanna
to
try
get a
to
jump
that
start.
spot.
Do
Yes.
we know if it opened out or in?
I guess that's
out.
true.
Open.
Yeah, because it was going
Right,
out
it's
because you were
coming
pulling towards you. Yeah, so I want to get into that little crevasse.
Okay.
Make a
Nice.
stealth check.
So we're just kind of like watching him like heading back in towards the door and like walking through the door and Basil.
Yeah, I want to like
okay.
almost like tiptoe behind and sneak into that spot to like
And then I'll
close
just,
the door if I need to. Yeah.
and I would just try to be kind of miming to Anara like,
Okay. 21.
21.
Just like really like.
That's true. One of your legs is fully metal as you kind of like walking, and it is a metal floor, but their perception check was garbage. So as he's kind of like walking in, and you kind of just see the figure kind of stooped over and trying to like look around the room, but you're able to at least kind of sneak up and get between that door and the wall.
Should we just
And
tell
then-
him we're here to see the pontifex?
we don't know who that is, and we can't fake our. I don't think we can fake our way through it. We don't know who that is.
What else are we gonna do? He's gonna be coming out.
Why don't we just shut him back in there and figure it out? Wait, well, I mean, I kind of have an idea, maybe. And then
We don't have long.
I'm gonna write. It takes an action. I'm gonna just. The quickest, I'm not even gonna detach the my like lyre. I'll just kind of swing it around to the side and just be like, just real quick, like ah, and it sounds horrible. I'm like, oh, come on. And then like kind of comes into being like on the floor in front of me a copy of the box
Oh,
with the chain with no hand. But yeah, like a replica of it.
okay.
Nice.
Where did that come from?
Give me
Made it. So
a real quick performance check.
9.
9. All right.
But it is my class action to create any object.
Oh, okay, give me advantage then. If it isn't, I forget that it's your specific college.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. I guess, yeah, to see how, like, close of an imitation it is.
Yeah.
14.
Oh, okay. It kind of materializes on the ground a pretty close replica of that box. There might be like slight imperfections or details. Nothing that you could see from a glance that it would be any different.
Alright.
I guess if she made that, can then I bang my metal foot on the ground to like give the impression that like a metal box like hang there? Because why else would it sort of like
Wait,
trying
are
to
we just gonna
I'm-
help
with that?
Is he
Well,
gonna
I'm
try
gonna
to
pick it. I made it on the. I made it like on the ground in front of me, and then picked it up, and I'm
Okay.
We're gonna fake this out?
roll with it, and
Follow Harmony around.
I'm
the
just
corridor.
gonna.
It's a physical box.
Yeah, it's a cop. It's just an object. I can make an object.
Whoa, okay, that's so cool.
I know I haven't done it yet. The dumbwaiter, was there a door? Like when you wheel yourself down, is there a little door on the wall, or is it just open?
It's just an open like kind of space.
Okay,
window.
so then I'm just gonna, from like kind of the end of the hallway outside the door, just like kind of jump, as if like I just climbed out, and like start walking down the hall,
All right.
and like my boots are
Jeez.
clicking, and I'm just holding the box.
I'm right behind her. Like I'm gonna act as if I'm like a bodyguard.
Yeah.
heading towards
But
the
I'm
Towards the cracked open door,
I'm
and
putting the sword back.
Which Basil is behind.
is hiding
still?
behind.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then you're like off to the side here, here, and here is what.
And as she
I love
walks
this.
I'm
in,
standing there just
I
now,
love this.
utterly confused.
as she walks in, I take a
Move
step
that
just
for
as we go through
That one can go away.
this area,
This whole one.
and I kind of stage whisper hiss up. Zakkai, follow us down quietly. And then catch up to
Okay.
Harmony as she walks
So yeah,
into
approaching the door and just getting closer to the door.
Them.
You know what you're doing.
I'm here to see the Pontifex.
Just like standing at the door.
Did I get the right location?
the figure in the row quickly turns around, and you see underneath the hood they kind of pull the hood back. Older human man, kind of like you imagine shaved head. There are like different symbols tattooed on his scalp in different spots. They look runic and kind of primordial in design. Small, like kind of white goatee, kind of these weird, like piercing blue eyes that have a faint bit of that kind of electric teal just right around the pupil.
Mm-hmm.
But he immediately kind of like turns and looks at you with like confusion and looks you up and down.
I think you might be looking for this.
He's like,
I'm hoping to use it as some sort of boon to get, maybe into your group. It seems like you guys really have a good business going.
Here, the benefits are great.
make a
Huge deception.
it's
Yeah.
a deception check.
Yeah,
It's more than
yeah.
persuasion.
Yeah,
Make a
yeah,
deception
yeah,
check for
yeah.
persuasion. As he just like stands there quietly, just like trying to process this and listening to what you're saying.
Like, clearly a group with a lot of power would be able to pull off such a stunt at the train and get away from the city guards. 24.
24. The man looks at you for a second, and then like the eyes, you see the eyes slowly drift down and channel the box, and there's a noticeable like recognition and kind of like visceral kind of jump to him as he kind of like steps forward.
I kind of just hold it a little to the side and like a little turn so Anara is a little more visible.
And I'll look at him, not too close.
He'll kind of stop and look between you two. Who are you two? What are you doing here?
We're
And why did you get that?
I had just a good set of eyes and was near the scene at the time. But I think that there's quite a number of people looking for this right now. We just happen to be 2 solo workers that would like to become part of an organization that could help us work our way up.
With our colleague who may be arriving in a second, who is at the top of the...
We have one slower colleague. He's good enough. He's good in a fight. There's always some, not the quickest, but good.
What's going on?
But good with the sword. Oh, there he is. Don't worry, he's also with us.
It's like how you kind of like roll out of this dumbwaiter, and from your perspective, you see Basil tucked between the wall and the door, just sword clutched against him, breathing heavily, as Anara and Harmony are talking to this robed individual who's looking at you and
Zakkai, could you
Try and keep
could you
up
please
this
catch
time.
up? Just
Join us.
approach and be
Sorry,
silent.
you two took up too much space in the dumbwaiter. I
Like
walk
I was-
over.
Like I was saying. What do you think about our proposition?
if you were able to get your hands on that, so I suppose there could be an interview of sorts. And he kind of reaches out for it.
I have one question, real quick. How does the dumbwaiter come back up? Is it a crank up at our level that we bring it back with?
That's true. Otherwise, multiple people would never be able to come down.
Right.
That is true.
And then the other question is, if we've not been told, do then we bring the dumbwaiter back up after Zakkai has gotten out? Because that's what the plan has been.
You 100% would.
Deception is going to very soon.
As for how it goes back up,
How long do the two of you argue who goes next?
I think I would be last regardless, just because of, or I don't know, maybe not, because in case I get stuck, because I'm so big, I don't know if I would have gone last. I'm not really sure, but I just had the thought of like, how does it get back up, and then would we continue to keep coming down?
I would assume you would be down first,
And then,
because if you got stuck, no one could help you.
right,
fly or
yeah,
something.
that's what I would.
it is because of the dumbwaiters are just there's no like kind of door or anything. It's just little windows. There's no control or contraption for it from the outside. But if you reach in, you can essentially like. pull
Okay,
it
so
back.
they send it back up
Just
after it
pull the
lands
rope.
there, so we can't get in there
It can
unless someone.
technically work either way.
Oh,
if you want to, you
okay.
can call it. You can.
Oh,
pull it
I
back
see, I
up,
see, I
Or
see.
Pulley
someone
goes
I see, I
all
see,
the
I
way
see, I
up,
see,
but you have
I
to
see.
reach into the space to operate.
I mean, it's
It would start coming back up after we saw like it landed. It would be like, okay,
yeah, I
they
guess we
hopped
would
out,
probably
and
give it
then-
like a tug to see if it's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's nobody in there. It's
Yeah.
light. So
yeah, it would start coming back up.
And start.
And
Yeah.
All right.
I will act as if that is not.
Don't
but
worry.
I'm
Yeah.
also I'm like passing him.
Just
So
holding
passing
out.
him the box.
We're
Why
just
don't we
staring.
step into your office and discuss maybe a trial run? And if I happen to hear the like, I'm just trying to like talk over the creaking if it starts, or if I
Just
hear it
very
or
cramped
whatever.
in this corridor.
He's gonna see if he notices that. He'll like take the box from you, and as he does, when he reaches out for it and you willingly kind of hand it over, as he reaches for it, there's almost like a hesitation, a sort of where he almost can't believe that it's here, and he kind of hesitates before taking it and gently taking it from you.
Does he look like he's frightened or in awe or
More awe
or
than
okay,
frightened.
not like he's expecting it to
No.
shock him or something.
He's definitely treating it
Explode.
as if it were
priceless.
delicate. Yes.
Okay.
I'll just if he kind of is like a little snatchy, I'm just hopefully this is a sign of trust on our end and
Absolutely.
Miss, I need to check this room for security first. And
Oh.
bustle right past into the room.
yes, thank you.
He's
And I'll stay here.
And I want to look around immediately
Alright.
to see if there's anyone else in the room.
make a perception check. I will say that as you kind of look around, there is no other physical person that you can see.
Okay.
But you can make a perception check to see if there's anything else.
And if the guy has kind of like somewhat turned or backed up or whatever, and I'll kind of like turn around like away from him to Zakkai, why don't you stay here and make sure that the hallway stays secure? Don't let anyone come down the dumbwaiter. And I'll whisper like, don't let anyone come down the dumbwaiter.
Okay. All right.
Just hold the rope in place.
I'm gonna secure the hallway as I walk down.
So I only got a 9, so I think
What's wrong?
It's
much
stuck.
more, but there's no people
What-
in there.
what?
What do you mean
No,
stuck?
with a 9, I'll say
Maybe
that
got
you're
snagged on
enough to see
something. I don't
there's
know.
another door that.
There is a
Do you want some help?
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it up.
A sledgehammer.
here.
Grab it.
This one close. There you go.
Here.
Yes.
So I'll kind of quickly do a quick circuit look around and check, and then actually I'll just go through that door.
Has he come back into the room?
Yes.
The main guy? Okay, so if he's like kind of turned and walking in and
Oh,
Or-
you get the idea that there is once he kind of turns and starts walking further into the room, he is entranced by this box. He's looking at it over closely, he's holding it and just kind of he's very fixated on it.
okay. Are there any implements or tools or anything on him that indicate what magical strengths or abilities he might have? Does he have a holy symbol?
That's fair. Yeah.
A wand.
No, you do see that there is leaning against the wall, against the desk that he has there. Not the same one, but a very similar staff you saw the woman at the train station with. That kind of tall metal staff with a sort of kind of hook sort of feature on the top. But other than that, you don't see anything on him. The robes are relatively free of any markings or symbols or anything. Which I'll say, for you, especially someone that's very academic and studious, if it indeed is a cult, or especially after you've seen so much both religious and medical iconography, you would expect some sort of medical or religious symbol. There's suspiciously none. There is no sort of identification or anything on him or these robes. They're all pretty uniformly blank.
Okay.
Other than the color, obviously, and the splotches of the residue.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing else that kind of distinguishes or anything.
What does it look like he's doing now he has the box? Is he taking it to the desk?
He's taking the box and looking at it and slowly, yes, making his way to that desk.
And while he's heading in that direction, I'll see if this door opens.
It does. And you see that it extends into a long corridor.
When we feel the thing go taut,
Yeah.
I'm going to have Sledgehog help him pull it.
Okay. Zakkai, make a strength check. Tem, make a strength check with advantage.
Okay. I'm not very strong, so it'll probably be fine.
14.
14.
Unfortunately, that is a 16.
15. As you can't seem to budget, you feel tightness, and then
There's a
little
close one.
clawed hands kind of reach out and also start pulling.
Yeah, there you go, Sledge.
Okay, wait, it's
And
moving.
then yes, you start
it's
feeling
moving.
the
It's
pull
moving.
as
I'm going
It's
through.
moving
a
again.
machine starts to.
I'm gonna send another monolith from the stone wall into the dumbwaiter, so it blocks it.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
I think we can read this.
Oh, it's stuck again. I don't know.
It's
It won't move at all
It's got
now.
to be jammed or something.
I don't know. I hope everything's okay.
He's
This
like walking this way.
seems strange. There wasn't any problem with it before. Should we try and contact it? Do you have any way to get in contact with them?
No, but I could try and climb down to see what's the problem.
Yeah, maybe.
Can you guys hear me?
Do we hear him?
How far is the shaft?
Yeah,
Do
how
we
far
hear
is
it?
the shaft?
It doesn't matter. You blocked it off with sand. So.
Is the shaft big enough that I could hand to the
shimmy
wall
down?
or back
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this, or am I too small?
You are too small.
I'm too small.
And I'm too big. So you can maybe send Sledgehog if he fits.
Yeah. Sledge, take a dive.
Kind of hunker down and kind of looks down the shaft.
What is it? And I'll look down. Do I see
And-
anything?
You just see a solid. At one point you saw a full shaft, and now it stops about halfway through with a solid block of basically it just looks like someone put a cube of sand perfectly to fill the space.
It's caved in with sand?
Whoa.
Oh,
That has to be.
yeah. Oh gosh,
Something's happened then.
did he are his powers out of control? Is he drowning in sand?
I don't know. Well, he was the last one down there, but now it seems like there's a problem. Should we? I don't know.
Should we shout at him?
So while the guy, while he's still kind of turned away, super just enraptured looking, while he still looks very distracted, just kind of still from the doorway, just. So, what do you say we sit down like friends and you maybe answer some questions that I have for a little while? And I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Oh, okay.
And while she's doing that, because I noticed he was engrossed in this thing, I'm going to scoot down this corridor a little bit, take a quick look round this area. It opens up into another room here, is that right?
Yes. You just see
Is that a door?
It opens up to a room, and yes, there is a door there, and there is another primordial scroll.
Okay, I can't read that, so I'll leave that door and head and just look around this corner, just to see if there's any people stealthy.
But the first one is
So just like
does damage, but gives them.
just sort of checking that we're maybe on our own.
Yeah, no. You see a kind of, Anara, you kind of poke around that corner. No one in this room. You see a small private library, about 10 feet by 20 feet long. The room's walls are bloated and cramped with shelves loaded with books, scrolls, and ledgers. Most are covered in a thick layer of dust, although some seem recently touched. You see the library also exits. There's another heavy metal door on the other end of it. Similar with a big wheel crank.
Okay. I will. I'll head back to the doorway at the end and just wait there. See what happens.
As you're talking to him, Harmony, he almost doesn't seem to register what you're saying until you cast suggestion. It's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Please be not wise.
I'm actually probably not back yet. Well, this is
Just kinda
happening
like
probably
halfway-ish.
on my way back. Yeah.
That is a 17.
Damn it, he saves. But would he? Well, aside from if he has whatever like stuff going on, but it doesn't say that they would know that it was cast on them.
Yeah, no, I don't think he. Suggestion does not give away that you cast a spell.
Okay.
Um,
I just see that it doesn't work, and I'm like, shit.
Again, luckily, anything like this, you're only at least given a little bit of relief because, again, he doesn't seem to be paying much attention. He's very enraptured by the box. He gently sets it on his desk, and he kind of reaches over and opens a drawer, takes out a small case, and opens it. And inside there is a long gold cylindrical tube that has a bunch of little kind of like little notches and stuff, notches that kind of come out of it and stick out of it. Very long, thin cylinder.
That changes.
As he kind of like takes it out and looks at it. And then
Did
looks
he
at the
even kind of
box.
like acknowledge me really at all?
Not really. You say that, and after he's taken the device out, he's like looking at the cylinder and then looks at the box. He kind of just smiles and. Yes, of course. All your answers will be received in time.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking maybe we would do like a little trial run for you, and you could send us on a mission so we could prove our worth and join your group. And I'm not even sure what your group's name is. What do you guys call yourself?
We are, and he kind of like gestures to the primordial kind of scrawled on the wall above him, and he kind of gestures to it, and as he's reading it, we are the Tartucci, wardens of the great prison, keepers of the nectar, and heralds of the cleansing.
Wow, that sounds really powerful and important.
Yes.
But
Terra what?
Tartucci?
The Tartucci, Tartucci.
Tartarucci.
Yes.
okay.
Wardens of the prison. Is that right?
Yeah. Wardens of the
I still
prison,
did not spell
keepers of the nectar, and heralds of the
Put it in the
cleansing.
Discord.
Yeah. Put it in the Discord.
Keepers of the nectar and heralds.
Of the cleansing.
Sounds like a fun time.
Sounds very culty.
That sounds really important. And that item is part of this?
You will learn all in time. You do not know what salvation lies within.
Well, that's certainly true. Maybe we could talk about terms first before you get too distracted.
Yes,
Or
Absolutely.
Well,
The Tartucci are always welcoming. Come.
Okay.
I'm gonna still be at the door. Can I see if Basil is looking around the corner at all?
Yeah, is there like a scene through the door? I
Just
can, like,
yeah,
see
well,
it?
you
sort of
yeah,
get
yeah,
us
that's
up to the
essentially-
door.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna stay
I'm trying to like
at the
see
corner.
through that crack
Yeah.
and like
I
basically
want to
watch
see
to see like
if
what's
I can
happening.
see him watching.
Yeah, I'll say, there's that little
Yeah.
slip between
And
the door
yeah.
and the.
And so I'm trying. So I'm like.
And I'll be walking back from the shaft, hoping that it won't be a problem.
I mean, so far you have like sealed it off with like that block of sand,
Yeah.
and it has since stopped. So
Stay.
From just kind of from behind my back, I'll just like with a hand behind my back make just kind of like a like kind of like get them down here, get ready kind of motion, like come on guys.
after you spent so much like quick frantic, like, oh, stop it, stop it, you stop it, and then and turn around, and everyone's like, shut them down.
Yeah.
So you turn back around.
And I just move it away from the dumbwaiter.
And the two of you see the sand instantly kind of retract back into the natural stone shaft.
Something's going on.
No, he's alive.
Yeah, something's up.
Hey, get down here.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
I'm gonna sit round the corner into the room, so I'm closer to.
and then I will get on the dumbwaiter first after it arrives back at the top.
Alright. Yes. Come on. The Tartarucci are always seeking assistance and help.
Oh, okay.
Come
I love helping.
kind of like he starts heading down the hallway.
I'm gonna stay where.
Oh,
I'm
he
in.
started going
Yes, he
going
starts
this way.
coming.
Oh, he heads this way.
Oh, okay.
You see he takes that cylinder and quickly like kind of pockets it into
I'll
his
allow
robe.
Harmony to go past, and then I'll follow.
Okay.
He
So
takes,
he's holding the cube and he has the cylinder in his pocket.
yeah, he has the cube under one arm and he takes the cylinder, just sticks it in a pocket of the ropes, and then is like kind of come and hurries kind of down the hallway.
Okay. We're right behind you. And then I'm just like, keep going, keep going. It's not gonna
Peek around the door and then just
Basil.
like get basically like get Zakkai into the room.
So,
Help them through.
As-
I'm gonna go.
so I guess if we're getting, we're a little further down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna scuttle ahead to try to catch up.
As we're just kind of starting to walk, I'm like starting to panic a little bit because I know that this is fake.
Mm.
So like clearly whatever powerful thing he thinks it is like not gonna work.
She puts the key in. We're done.
Well, personally, I think it's, my name's Harmony. I think it's pretty rude that you haven't told us your name yet. And I'm going to cast Ego Shock. and it's a Charisma 14 save. Hopefully he doesn't do it.
So bold.
We got no choice.
I know.
If he finds out it's
The-
fake,
the-
he's just
the
going to
jig
attack
is
us.
up, yeah.
Are we attacking?
Kind of.
Is it something if he fails, he'll notice?
It's the one that does damage.
Is this when you go to the
Yeah.
one
Oh,
on
the
the
one
train?
with
But it
unintentional.
gives him disadvantage on his
Oh, the
next
guy on
wisdom
the first one on
saves.
the train.
So I can
Oh.
try to suggest again.
I see.
It's my 1-2 combo.
Mm.
10.
We'll need to have a conversation
Yes.
about
Okay,
tactical awareness, Harmony.
he also...
We're in a tiny corridor. Should have waited till he got in the room.
This is my first time
What are you talking about?
in the field. He also
The actual fox.
6 psychic damage,
Okay.
and
Okay, we're in it now.
Part the headache.
assuming so it take like a round, whatever, a kind of a round passing or whatever. But once I am able to follow up again, I'll cast suggestion again. I really think that we should just sit down and you should just answer all of the questions that we have until we tell you to leave.
You can like feel that suggestion kind of like push forward towards him.
So I think he gets disadvantage this time on the wisdom save.
Just straight roll for him.
He had advantage.
17.
Oh no!
Well, he passed it, so
He kind of just like chuckles a little bit. So eager, but don't fear, do not fret. You will receive all your answers in time. We all will get exactly what is coming to us.
Well, I'm gonna stop walking.
Tem just like
As you
and like literally kind of like lets go of the rope and then just uses his weight to have it just like.
Does he look like he's heading into that room or through to the?
he's continuing.
He's continuing.
on. Yeah, he's not stopping.
And I'll stop myself at the end and like, and then hop out and then just as quick as I can send it back up so that it can go.
Ooh.
Is he still leading us back to
He's
this
heading,
further
yeah.
back
Yes,
room?
he's continuing down to the library.
Tim, quick!
It's
all going crazy.
I'm hurrying. What's
What
going
was
on?
that,
What's going on?
Tim?
What's going
What
on?
did you do?
Well, nothing that worked.
He didn't seem to
Is he
notice.
walking without us following?
Yeah.
It's just going.
I think we should
Why are we? Hey,
Follow-
what's happening?
He's gonna realize that the box is fake when he tries to open it.
Box.
So
What?
should we take the key?
It doesn't work.
Should we just go knock him out? Do you want to go knock him out?
Let's wait until he fails and we have everyone here. Just follow him. Follow him.
We can knock him out.
Oh, what if he attacks us? Okay.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Let's get into a room.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we're coming.
He's a
We're coming.
Okay, you're right.
Sorry, my shoe was untied. I'm the only one with shoes. This happens all the time.
Sure.
And then get the.
Tim, where's Nik-Nak?
Get the He's coming next.
He's the only one that can fix
Yeah.
this.
This guy's not even
Yeah.
paying attention
He's the
to
price
us.
of everything.
Can I fit in there with Sledge?
Yeah. With
Okay.
just because you're 2 feet tall, yes, you can fit.
It's just me and Sledge in the elevator. Elevator music going.
So, eventually, he kind of exits that way, and he's coming around this hallway before he eventually gets at
okay.
this door here.
He's still going.
Are you guys following him still?
Are we
Yes.
still letting him go?
And he keeps moving down
And
the hallway.
sneaky Zakkai
We
in the
should
back.
I'm not being sneaky.
Unnoticed.
No,
But
I-
he hasn't turned around and noticed you yet, right?
No, he's still.
Don't do anything
Oh,
until
I went to the door back
everyone is
there.
here.
Right.
He has seen Zakkai.
Right,
Yeah.
but does he know that Zakkai is behind them following too?
Doesn't
No.
know.
I guess not.
Okay.
No.
Just focused.
Because I said I was gonna stand by the
Just
door.
as long, let's delay as long as possible until everyone gets here.
Okay.
Good time.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they get out and
Finally.
what's going on?
What's going on?
We're a sneaky squad now.
Why?
We're sneaky squad.
Yeah. Everyone else went ahead. They made the box, and then the guy took it, and then everything.
What
went-
box? What's happening?
Well, Harmony made a fake box to try to fake the guy out, and then she tried to tell him to talk about it, and then he was like, nah.
Tem runs his temples.
So we gotta help him out. So
Okay.
we're a sneaky squad.
Where
now.
did they go?
This is one of the cultists.
Down the door, and I don't know where else.
This is
I
a
haven't been in
really
the
long
room.
hallway. I'm just gonna like try to yell it.
There's a really long hallway.
No.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Let's go. Let's go.
Why can't we talk out here?
Maybe I could leave a trail.
Zakkai,
Maybe
just
I can
go back
leave a
and make sure
trail.
they Find it. Just go back to the corner and call him.
Should we run or what?
Okay, here, take this bag of sand.
Sneaky
Leave a
spot.
little trail, and I can find you.
I don't think it's
Bag
very
of
far, but sure.
Okay. Hey guys, we're going this way. We're going this way.
In danger? Around.
Kind of. We're following the guy.
How much further have
He
we all?
has a fake box.
Okay, I will
But
start like
he can't-
dropping a trail.
you can't
It's
let him
like
try
a
to
single
use it, 'cause
card.
then
Whatever.
He has a key, but it won't work. So we have to.
He's
just-
got a doodad. He's got the
He's got
doodad.
the
Yeah,
doodad.
yeah.
Okay.
He's got the
But the
doodad.
Okay. All right.
So
okay.
we have to creep up on them, and then
You
we're
sneaky
just
squad.
make sure
we're
you
just seeing
protect
where they're
Sledgehog.
going.
He can't get captured in this because if they do, they'll get the actual.
Oh, of
box.
course I'll protect Sledgehog.
But if
Oh yeah. Leaves.
we just gotta make sure that
Yeah.
priority. Okay.
We should get.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
However far we get down the hallway.
Yeah. How much further
Well,
has he
we try
gotten
to,
by
like,
now? Like
be-
down
He's
here.
continued on. He opens the next door and moves into this room. The three that are two now.
So he sent
We
Zakkai
constantly
back.
be like around the corner, like waiting like 10 feet behind.
Well, Anara and Harmony, as he moves into this next room, and he's kind of immediately
Just keeps walking and kind of heading down this way now.
What do we see in this room?
Yeah.
in this room. Before, you saw again only maybe a foot tall chunk of
I
Arcadia.
don't think I actually saw that because I was upstairs.
It was already stashed
It's
away
already
in
stashed in
Sledgehog.
Sledgehog, but I think Harmony saw it.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So Harmony,
Do I know what it is when I see it? Probably. Maybe not.
make an Arcana check, just
Just to see if I
a
can-
general like Anara's worldly
10.
Tem?
She's
Sadly
been
average.
before.
You 100% have heard of Arcanium and how it works or whatever. You may not have ever seen it in person. You know that it's red.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
And how big is the piece that we see in this other room?
Yeah, the piece that you saw in the one before that Nik-Nak took, about this big. This one is a good 15 feet tall, good 8 feet wide. It's this massive boulder
This is a lot.
of Arcanium.
That
seems to be
That's a rock.
Anything else we see? In the room?
Is
just a
it
big
currently
rock in the
doing
middle?
anything?
It
Is
is-
it hooked up
Is
to
it
anything?
pulsing?
It's occasionally crackling with arcane energy. Seems to be affixed and hooked up into this large machine with lots of those kind of brass pipes that just disappear off into walls and whatnot.
Is this a machine? Harmony, what is this?
I don't know. It's just a huge piece of arcanium. I mean, arcanium powers magic or
Okay.
Clockwork?
We should follow. He'll notice.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he will, honestly. But
But we
I
want to
guess-
be when he tries the key. We need to be there. That's the
Do we?
answer.
he's
That's-
gonna.
That's we need to get the key. Then we can open the box. We'll know what it is.
I feel like he'll come chasing us once he tries to use the key and it doesn't work. And
The others will be here.
maybe we wait for them to catch up.
I think we should keep an eye on him. What if he disappears? We don't know this place.
By the time you say that, he has disappeared out around the corner. As
I will-
he continues to
Yeah,
walk.
I will. I'm going to keep track of him.
Okay.
I will scoot fast to try and catch up with him, though also kind of stealthily to try and at least get him
Fast
inside. Well, as fast as I can while
While
not
still
becoming
maintaining
super
a...
obvious.
Gotcha. Toward the back end, the three of... three and a half of you guys on the
Getting
other end.
closer now.
As you're kind of passing that hallway, Tim, being the only one that can read it, you do see the original outside of that office. There was primordial written on the wall, and it said Sanctuary of the Pontifex. As you pass that wall, there's that small hallway that goes to another one of those doors, and there is primordial written above that door that says the Grand Evolution.
I don't like this. This grand. It says grand evolution. This is what is. They're doing some experiments here. It really reeks of just like evil experimentation. With those medical documents that we saw earlier, it just I don't like it.
Cultists equals bad. Noted.
How much farther away?
So,
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, my shoes untied again. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just
Come
trying
on.
to keep yelling of we're down here.
Come on.
try not
Okay.
to be too long. And let's call back.
So, why do you speak primordial?
well,
I know you're like a scholar, but that's kind of a
Side scroller. We're losing.
that's a specific one.
Just trying to keep the.
Do we need this anywhere?
yeah.
Nah, not anymore. Why not?
Cast that back.
Right then.
So he heads into. Well, what the fuck is this one?
He heads into this next room. He enters a large circular room. The walls
juice.
are lined with thick plates of steel and rise above 30 feet before rough stone ceilings end the room. The entire room glows an eerie blue as the sound of churning water burbles from underneath you. The room has a long metal catwalk walkway that spans from one side to the other, forming a T intersection in the middle, where the catwalk splits off and extends to the left that leads to another heavy metal door. About 12 feet beneath the catwalk, you see there are no floors to this chamber. It is a massive vat of burbling liquid. While it shares that same electric teal coloring of the substance you have all seen before, its consistency is a bit more watery here. The air tingles in your nostrils, like a constant tickle of like carbonated bubbles, like almost kind of getting stuck in your nose. And it smells medicinal. You can see just beneath the surface of the water, there's these massive blades of these like rotaries that are slowly turning and churning the liquid. Whatever this place is, and whatever the substance may be, this seems to be the heart of it. All manner of brass pipes reach up out of the liquid and vanish into walls in the ceiling, undoubtedly leading off into a massive network of pipes and tubes that you've kind of seen before, little pipes and tubes just sticking out of walls and ceilings. But it's this massive room just filled with, there's no floor, it's a walkway above this vat.
Where did you say the door was on the left?
Sorry, I was reading it backwards. It ends here, there's that door, and then it just continues.
It just continues. Okay. And he's heading
this direction.
Oh,
to
he's
the
going
left.
that way?
Mm.
Okay. I look back to see
away
if
from
Harmony's catching up.
Yeah, I kind of was like jogging.
And then I'll be like, I point the direction that we're going. And I say, I call up to him. One moment, please, sir.
Hurry! Salvation waits
she's
for
coming.
no one.
She wears these boots. They untie all the time.
It's
Harmony.
not just the boots. And I'm like,
A moment. Oh, here she is.
sorry.
As you kind of like jog, oh my goodness, and you like see.
Wow, what is that down there?
Lifeblood.
It's kind of watery looking. It's not what I would have expected for blood.
He kind of like holds up a hand and kind of like rummages around in his pockets a little bit. Takes a tiny little, almost like kind of slightly bigger than a shot glass, kind of like almost sherry, kind of like those little mini wine glasses. Kind of leans over the railing and dips it into the liquid and holds it out to you. And there's this like little glass of like bright blue.
I don't drink.
No, yes, you do. You must. If you wish to join the Tataruchi.
I'm not old enough. Wait, what?
You wish to join the Tataruchi.
Yes, but I would like to know what that is and what it would do, and why it's necessary.
He like thinks for a moment and then just.
Do you need me to taste it for you first?
It is lifeblood. He takes the drink and then he continues walking. He drinks it and kind of sets the glass down on the floor onto the catwalk and then just keeps walking with that box.
Well, I guess it's not poisonous.
Quite the opposite.
Do we notice any change come over
Yeah.
him after he downs the shot? Is there anything we can tell? Anything obvious?
We'll have to read the effects of this potion. Yes, you see that after he drinks it, there's like a few split seconds where you see his face kind of contort a little bit, as if not only if it was just a bitter taste, but it's if it was difficult, physically painful to drink this. But then after a second, he kind of straightens up, and at first, just kind of looking at him, Anara, he looks 5 years younger.
Wow.
And then kind of like keeps walking along. At a bit more of a lively, quick step.
Did you say it has the same smell as the goop in this room, but it's just watery? It's more liquid than.
Yeah, the consistency is a bit different. It's less goopy and more of a liquid. And the smell, while still acidic and kind of acrid like it has been, it has a tinge of like medicinal quality to it. It smells medicine-y in here.
Okay.
Could I, as we're walking, just not drink it, but maybe just get a little like jar, like a little bottle or something, and kind of like just scoop some of it and stopper it?
Do you have a?
I think I had like a ink. I had a bottle.
That's what we used last time to do
I have an
the
empty ink
goop
bottle.
from the mural, right?
Oh,
so I
yeah.
think you probably have another one.
I have
or
one.
something.
Harmony, I have one.
Oh.
Distract him. I'll get it.
I'm not even sure that he's just going.
Okay. I will. The empty vial of ink that I used for the before I tattoo, I will.
Kind of
Yeah.
dip it in.
Yeah.
Do you touch it?
I try not to, but
I'll say it's relatively easy to not. But alright. Keep walking. The rest of you at the tail end of things. Now you're kind
we're
of
going.
continuing.
Yeah, we're trying to scurry along.
You
Like,
would probably
approach the
have to
corners.
like pull me out of that room.
Yes, as you get to
Yeah,
your small library.
It's like
Yank, quick cut. I'm pulling yank.
You can break off just a couple pieces. Just a couple pieces.
You know what happens if you break it off? It might explode if you break it off.
We have to get to them. We have
All right, but maybe we can come back. Maybe we
Guys, turn around.
What?
Ooh.
Whoa.
What
The fuck
is this?
Do you smell that?
It's the goo.
If we're kind of like we're
It
like
smells
kind of
cool.
just
It
leaving and
smells
they're
exactly
coming in.
the same.
I wouldn't dive in there, my friend.
Well, I guess it looked safe when you drank it. Maybe we'll drink it later. Like just trying to be like he drank it, like it's drinkable, but also what? Like kind of conveying that by just yelling this nonsense. Like
And again, he when you're doing that, you're clear, like, to us in the audience at home, Harmony is clearly like, I'm saying things so the people behind us can hear.
Exposition!
yeah.
Every time you do that and Harmony does the exposition shout, he sort of just kind of like nods along and is very just like, yes. Exactly. He's just
He is
emphasizing
very
and
focused.
reiterating what you said.
Like her
Sorry, he's
enthusiasm.
what?
Yeah,
He's just like
like,
emphasizing and reiterating, like, oh yeah, we'll drink it later. He's like, yes, you will. It'll absolutely must have
Yep.
the life.
Saving
Nobody
it for
touch
later.
it. Nobody touch
Like
it.
we've turned around this corner. Can we see them down that hallway?
At this point, yeah, it's kind of opened up and wide. You see them kind of heading down.
As he's walking as well, I'm trying, if I can, to see if I can get a sense of what's ahead. Like looking ahead of where he's going to see. I'm mostly concerned about whether or not we're walking into a place where he has allies.
Yeah.
every time he turns around to talk to the two of them, we all duck and hide.
Yeah, up against the wall behind the pipes.
So I was gonna say, Zakkai's gonna tell the rest, I'm gonna catch up with them since they know that I'm here. That way they have a little bit more backup.
Oh, okay. Be careful. Be careful. Hey.
I mean, hey.
Thanks for the sound.
No. Thanks. You're welcome.
We scooped a little of that liquid. He drank it.
You
And it-
drank that?
Seemed like it made him more
Vital.
youthful. Yeah.
Essence of life, you called it. Lifeblood.
But who knows what negative side effects it could have later.
mean,
Anyways,
anyway.
we can maybe we'll have Nik-Nak analyze it later.
What will happen if I put my foot in this?
Don't do that. Stop it.
It's a great time for an
Okay, good.
This is
I
not
don't
a great
see-
time for an
What
experiment.
They're
This
close.
is not a
I don't
great
see
time
how
for an
this won't
experiment.
end
You
in a
guys,
fight,
come on.
So that's
So should I
probably
just-
good.
Okay, should I just tell them to catch
How is Sledgehog
Are
the
we
one
still-
He
with
doesn't
sense here
seem
right
to
now?
care about anything.
Doesn't
So
seem
maybe
to be focused on anything other
maybe-
than opening the box. And when he tries that,
it's not gonna work. They might as well stay pretty close.
Okay.
I have a problem.
But maybe Sledgehog should stay pretty far away because he does have the real
Actual
box.
Got it. That's what I was saying.
He kind of keeps walking and steps into this large round chamber. Again, the walls are lined with these thick steel plates. Your footfalls kind of echo a little bit as and there's subtle drips of that same kind of electric teal liquid dripping from all these pipes. This time, that kind of more thick, oozy consistency.
I think this is connected to the water system.
The hall, maybe. Oh no, sorry.
These pipes must go somewhere.
Like they might be putting it in the city water system?
Maybe.
But to make everyone younger?
He sort of like moves into the middle of that room and stops and kind of turns around to you, and he kind of like looks at that box and like gently like sets it down on the floor and kind of like holds his arms open to each side. You wish to be tested and join the ranks of the Tartarucci.
Yes. Why?
Rejoice and be glad, for today you shall be tested.
Oh. Well, I love taking tests. I'm pretty good at tests.
I can only hope that you will see the light and you shall pass. as he kind of like reaches
Okay.
out towards, and like he's very gestures a lot with his hands, and he kind of gestures out towards you. And as he does that, as he's like reaching out towards you, his hand suddenly like kind of like gets a little bit bigger,
Ugh.
and then he kind of like stops and looks at it, and the hand kind of grows again, but the skin like splits, almost as if like the muscles and bones are too big, and it kind of splits the bag of skin that holds us all together as the seams kind of rip.
Nice.
And he kind of like
This potion
Oh.
has side effects.
watches it as this like thick liquid like electric teal stuff starts dripping out of
Maybe
her
you
wounds.
should sit down for a minute and
He kind of looks at the other, and then there's a sudden like jerk
Try to
as
suggest
one of
we
his
can sit down and talk
one of
about
his shoulders kind of grows a lot larger, and then one of his legs grows a
Hey
bit
guys!
Guys,
The yellow robes start to like tear and
Yeah.
rip
get
away.
over here.
Yeah.
Destroying my sword.
Tem is gonna be like,
I'm kind of like
Uh-oh.
back. How far is
Heading-
he actually when this is happening? Like,
He's
how-
out in like the middle of the room.
Okay, so he's kind of like out here,
I'm
like
gonna start
hulking
edging
out.
around.
And I'm kind of like, ah.
And I'm gonna preemptively
Guys!
summon my armor.
I draw my sword.
He like he like is like retching a little bit, and he throws himself over like keels over a little bit.
Join us, everybody.
And he's like oozing the same like
That
stuff.
same stuff is oozing out, and at first he's a bit far away, and now that he's kind of like hunched over, there's like moments where his body like jerks a little bit, and moments where you see at first just little droplets of that kind of teal hit the ground underneath him before from underneath the robe it's almost as if like someone dumped a bucket of this stuff that just kind of pours out as the shape starts tearing and ripping through the robes. You see rearing up to now about 14 feet in height.
Ooh.
His humanoid form has been twisted and mutated. His skin has transformed into a jaundiced yellow, and large pustules of this tumorous growth of that pulsing electric teal kind of ooze all over his body. You see that his arms have grown like 2-3 times their size, and then eventually the arm itself rips in two, and it becomes 2 arms for each shoulder.
Oh my
Whoa!
god.
sick.
Can I just like as this is happening? Because what did we do outside of the? Did we try to light some of the goop on fire to see what it would do? We did, didn't we?
Oh.
I don't
We
remember
did.
exactly what we did to
And it
experiment.
sparked
'Cause
a little bit
Yes,
of
we did try. We did try and set it on fire. Yes.
As he's like obviously
Yeah.
like hulking out and like the goo is dripping off, can I firebolt it? Do I have
okay.
fire? Yeah, right?
Cantrip.
Yeah,
fireball?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cantrip. Yeah, just firebolt it to try to, because I'm like, this is not gonna be good, and I'm like, oh, like.
Absolutely. The like firebolt strikes it, and it does ignite for a moment. Same as before, it ignites in a quick flash, where the fire almost turns that same electric, like teal color, and the room flashes a little bit, much dark or much lighter than it was before. And you see that like he has grown large, these arms bulging with muscle. You see around like his collarbone, there are smaller additional heads that have tried to start growing and kind of gave up halfway through.
Sick.
His face is wild and twisted, and he kind of like his head looks up towards you as you like hit it with the firebolt harmony, and the light is just enough to kind of give him that like flashlight under the face, spooky fireplace or fireside like stories light. And before his eyes open, his mouth open, and it's just a headlights of this like electric teal kind of light that pours in and out of his mouth, and he kind of like shakes a little bit and twitches, eyes darting between the three that you can see like a rabid animal, and that same kind of glowing electric teal all kind of like pulses around his body. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative. As you go up against
This sweet right here.
Oh!
Oh, goodness.
Ew, look at the little arms.
That's disgusting. I love him. God.
All right. At the top of the round, Basil, you are first to act with this creature.
Oh, like the years on that guy.
Get him up.
I'm gonna hex him, and I'm going to give him the old cottontail curse. And love it. Wisdom? Feeling that?
Wisdom's good.
It's always a solid choice.
Mine are all like physical based saves, so.
And then I will hop up 1, 2, and I will kind of load into my hag blade into my leg and kind of point at him and then cast an Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Roll a hit.
Foot.
Finally got here. Just in time.
Sneaky squad! That is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Ooh.
Roll damage.
Nice.
That is 9 damage.
Damage.
And that is Basil.
Excellent. Next up is our good old Terragia himself. Well, not himself, that's just the name. But he is going to come barreling. Oh yeah, he can definitely make it. He's going to come barreling at you, Basil. And he will send 4 festering fists at you.
4 festering fists.
5 gold rings.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I bring up the hag sword just like in defense.
6 shambling shins.
Damn, if I definitely had gone beforehand.
First is an 18 to hit.
You know what's coming. Shield.
Shield.
And then that will bump me up to a what is shield? Is that plus 5? That would bump me up to a 21 for, or sorry, to a 20 for all future attacks.
Excellent. In which case,
And then yeah, as that's happening, this similar case of like almost like feeling like a marionette of like the sword almost like controlling the movements of deflecting enemy hits that are kind of coming my way.
amazing. If it brings your AC to 20, then only one of these punches will actually land against you. That is
Yeah.
not too bad. That will be 11 points
Oh.
of bludgeoning damage.
Boom!
As one of the large fists hits you.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
I got someone! You're outsized!
We should have bought healing potions before this.
All right. That's it for him. Tem, you are up next with
Cool.
Zakkai on deck.
Cool. Tem, with his crochet hook staff, swipes it through the air, and 2 of the little bells on it light up, motes of light around them, and then he is going to... Who's going to be in it swinging against him the most? Tem is going to, after like striking his staff down, like shout, echo through this chamber. Emiya, weave your threads of fate to help these 2 here on this day battle the evil in front of us. And then 2 white threads of light are going to go to Basil and Zakkai. And so you are emboldenedly bonded. They will link up together. So whenever you 2 are within 30 feet of each other, add D4 to any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw once per turn. And then that's gonna be it for my first turn.
Alright. Zakkai, it's your turn with Anara and Harmony on deck.
Well, I just saw you get pretty fucked up. So I'm gonna cast my version of Bubble. So I'm gonna basically create a like a sand wall that kind of goes up a few feet all around you, and it's gonna like kind of shoot up in the air to block things as its own protective force. And I'm gonna center that around you.
So there's this like weird kind of like only localize upon you kind of mini dust storm around your feet, Basil, and then every time the large enemy starts to get close to you, the sand kind of like shoots up and kind of like tries to protect you, forming this bubble around you of sand.
Thank you, Zakkai.
No problem. Basically, it's like a little pool of hit points to absorb before you get hurt. Might have to roll that actually. 15 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is a 4, so that's 19 like temporary hit points.
Nice.
Wow.
Jesus.
Excellent.
Concentration, so I gotta make sure that I can keep it up. I just rolled really well, 8 and a 7.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that every time.
It's also your spellcasting modifier too.
Plus 4, yeah.
So it's automatically a +4 to anything. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
To remind you, if you want to put that on yours, okay.
Excellent.
Article
I quit.
It hurts.
Actually, and I'm also gonna move to be. Do I want to be all the way to flank? Oh, this is a large creature to flank, right?
Yes, he's a large creature, but I think you can still.
Do you still flank on large?
I've never heard
Can you do it?
otherwise.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like the
I don't need
size
to be
of it.
close anyway.
You'll still do.
What do you must need melee.
I've got like a good, I'm like a mid-range fighter.
I mean, take the spot.
Yeah. Then I'll just kind of be off on the side and hit it from the side if I want to later.
Sure.
I'd use my action, so I'm pretty much good to go.
All right. Next up, Anara and Harmony. On both you roll the same initiative, so you can either take whoever's dex is higher, you can roll for it.
Let me try something. It might help you. And
Yeah.
I guess I'm in line. I'm going to pull my lyre back around and just kind of like strum my hand down it and cast Dizzy at him. Intelligence save. So just kind of like a wave of like burbling around, sort of like colors and sound.
He rolled
Hits
an
him.
8.
Hi.
Yes. Okay. So, he is dazed. Let's see. Oh, he also does get psychic damage. 6 psychic damage.
All right.
So it's dazed until the end of its next turn. So if it moves more than 5 feet, it has to make another dex save.
Or he falls prone.
And if he fails, he falls prone. Oh, and the spell ends if he falls prone. And so dazed, we decided he can only move and action and take an action. He doesn't get a bonus action or a reaction. And melee and spell attacks have advantage on him.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
I think that lasts until the start of your next turn, I think it is.
The end
Or
of
end of
his next
End
turn.
of his turn, okay, got it.
So it's in effect now and all the way through the end of his next turn. Okay, I think I confused him. Just should be easier to hit him, but try and get away from him after you go, and maybe he'll fall over. I'm gonna run back here. Hey, Sledgehog. Do not open your, back door for anybody. Yeah. Words to live by.
I gave him very different advice.
Anything else you're doing?
I'll pop my head back around the corner and get. I guess the angle is not great. What was that, like 5, 10, 15, 4? Can I just retcon a little bit, and then before I ran around the corner to hide, I'll just give. I'll just kind of do an extra little pluck, and I'm like, okay, I think he's ready for you, Anara. And like that'll give you inspiration.
And then you want to be back here?
And then then I'll tuck in.
Anara, you're up with Nik-Nak on deck.
Okay, it's focused at the moment on Basil.
Seems
primarily. Okay, so yeah. So I want to see if I can. So I'm going to close the distance and kind of like throw myself up in a kind of flying kick. Try and really get its attention with the attack. So it's going to be an unarmed strike.
roll the hit.
15.
15 hits. That is its arm.
Just okay. So, that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
I have the sword drawn, so that because I used the unarmed strike, it gives me agile parry, so it increases my AC by 2 till the end of my turn. And I am going to flurry of blows.
Alright.
So 2 more attacks. That's going to miss.
You can use
That-
inspiration for your attack too.
Yeah, it
if
was
you
a 3 though. So
Okay.
that's 3. Yeah, it's not good enough. That second one does hit though.
Alright.
So that's another 1d4 plus 5. Another 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Very nice, very nice.
And then, having kicked it a couple times and landed, I'm going to deliberately move away and see if I can draw it to follow.
Absolutely.
So I'm risking opportunity.
He doesn't get him right now.
Yeah, his reaction to run.
Okay.
You see that he probably would have attempted to. One arm kind of like swings out to try and grab you, but you duck
Come
underneath
this
it
way,
as he
big
kind
ugly
of
brute!
dizzily kind of like is unable to balance himself. And
I bet you can't catch me!
he certainly got his attention. Anything else in him?
That is movement action.
Excellent. Nik-Nak, you're up.
Okay. What did you have then?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Right. Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna think. Don't worry, Hops. I've got the spoon. And I will pull out a spoon that has like a little magical rune like soldered into the bowl, and I will just put it down and line it up with him, and then I will take out. Oh shit! I didn't check to see if I have. Oh, I hope I have something. Yeah, I'll take out a piton. I have pitons, and I'll just lay it across the handle of the spoon, and I'll just trajectory, and then boom, and then like hit the spoon to flick it, and I will cast catapult
Yes.
at him. So it's a deck save.
All right.
Stop.
5.
Ooh.
Yes. Thank God.
Definitely fails. Okay, great. Let's see. 1. It's 2. Where's it? This one? Wow. Yes. Okay. So you will take. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
As he's just like whack the bottom of the spoon and flick this time, it rockets at him at like an alarming speed. It's way too fast to be just like launching the spoon, and just kind of like embeds itself in his shoulder.
Sweet. Okay.
Instead of blood, a lot of this like kind of that same electric teal goop just starts pouring out of any wounds.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Bonus action. Hold on. No. Okay. What did? Can I like shout to Harmony? What did you do to him?
He's just a little dizzy right now.
Dizzy? So like he could like trip or something?
Yeah, if you get him to move, maybe he'll trip.
You saw me.
Oh, that's
sort
true.
of
Yeah.
trying to lure him to follow.
Okay. All right, I'll just shout over to Sledge. Sledge, stay where you are. And then I will actually just like scoot back a little bit, just a little bit, and that'll be my turn.
As if to say, you do not have to tell me twice. Sledge instantly kind of plants in his little like spear form and just stays exactly where he is.
Good boy.
All right. Top of the round, Basil, you are up.
I'm going to try to dodge in between his feet and run between his legs and try cutting, up between his legs in the process and like kind of swirl around.
Absolutely. Roll.
I'm gonna do that with the little.
As these 4 arms try to like reach down at you.
Hopefully, I'll get some nice
And advantage.
cutting. And advantage?
Because he's advantage on melee.
Oh, I didn't have
right now.
Well,
And spell
since
attack.
he was dizzy.
Yeah.
I didn't
Dazed.
roll with advantage.
I don't think I even
It's a 4, unfortunately.
hit right. I think that's 13. I think.
Does not hit.
Ooh. Yeah, I missed all that, and then I'm just gonna keep running straight through his legs, and then just kind of like turn dash and do the whole Kira slide through his legs. That'll be it.
These 4 arms kind of reach down and miss you all, but kind of like turns a little bit.
You just have 1 attack?
Yeah, because it's a 2-handed weapon.
He is. Nope. He was goaded enough, just enough by you. Anyway, he's going to turn and try to head towards her, but he's moving, so he has to make a dex save. I believe.
Yeah.
Please fall down. Please fall down. Yes, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
If he willingly moves, willingly anyway, so we couldn't afford more than 5 feet. So I assume he moved once he hits 10 feet, he might fall.
Yep. So his dex save was 12.
Nice. I think it was still just 14 because that's my saving throw. So, so he
Turns and immediately kind of trips over his own feet and kind
So
of
this-
falls.
spell ends. So
I
he,
got him!
he
Got
has
him!
all his stuff back now. But I guess because he's prone, there's still melee advantage
Yes.
till he stands back up next.
Nice
move,
move.
Harmony.
Prone is just melee advantage, not spell attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's actually disadvantage with range.
Yeah, anything
Yeah,
range
range
is
is
disadvantage. Anything melee is
It's a harder surface.
It's fine. There's plenty of us to do damage.
Does it end his turn at the end of that spell?
Oh, that was his turn.
I
no,
guess
would it? Because it starts it.
it's kind of hard to say. I guess because it's while he's dazed, he can take an action and move,
No reaction, no bonus action.
but no reaction or bonus action. And then when so I guess he could still have an action.
The question is, does he still keep any of his remaining
Movement.
movement? Can he just get back up again?
It says his
That would make
if the target fails. Oh, he didn't fail by 5 or more. If he fails by 5 or more, he falls prone and his speed is 0 until the end. So I guess on a failed save, he falls prone and the spell ends.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he can, if he had like,
So he moved 10.
so maybe he can use half
So
of
he
his
has
So
to
we would
slice
have
back
to, if
up
he was
again.
30, he would have to take 15 more of his movement to stand back up. So he'd have 5 more feet and an action.
Yes. He will
I guess.
do that. He'll spend it.
I guess that kind of wastes the then. There's kind of almost no reason for him falling prone. But
Well, the
Well,
plus 5 or
unless the
more.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
if
true.
he really
then he'd be down.
face plants.
Yeah.
He can't get up.
Then you'd be able to wail on him.
Yeah.
And just to stack on top a little bit, since he started his turn within 10 feet of me, as my reaction, I want to do my swirling sands.
Oh yes.
It's a D4, I rolled a 2, and I want to add my 2 class damage as well, so it'd be total of 4.
For sand damage. Kind of heads out of your reach, but you kind of like lash at it a little bit, kind of slice him a bit.
So I guess after he stood, he would have had like 5 more feet. I feel like he still wouldn't have been next to Anara yet.
I don't think he'd nature.
I don't think
So, and either way, his festering fist is only a 5-foot reach, so he can't get to you. That is the end of him. Tem, you're up. With
Okay.
Zakkai on deck.
So he's back up now,
Yes.
but he is still hexed. He's
Yeah.
still hexed again for wisdom. Okay. Okay, well now I won't be disadvantaged for range attacks, so that changes things again. I've gone between like 3 different things. It's actively shifted. Yeah, Tem is going to step over just so that he has line of sight on him directly, and will cast Sunray. And all 3 bolts gonna go towards him. So I guess I'll just do one at a time. So the first one is gonna be 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Second one is gonna be not gonna hit. That's gonna be 8.
Doesn't matter.
And then the third one is not gonna hit. That's gonna be 10. So just the one.
Just one. But you still him.
Yes. And so it's gonna be 2d6. And then I will expend 1 usage of my motes to add a d4 to that. So then that's gonna be. Damn. Wow. Rolled like garbage.
3d4.
I got a 1, a 2, and a 1.
No!
That's not bad. That's not bad.
So that's 4.
It's bad.
4
Hey, you hit.
radiant damage. Because I believe my mode is also radiant.
Hit or get hit, you know?
And then
Hit or get.
Tem is going to. I guess I'll stick back here because I just want to be within healing range of people if they need it, but I don't want to get into
Gotta
the
be in
melee.
sledgehammer range.
Yeah, that's.
I gave you plus 19 temp health. That's nuts.
You're welcome.
19, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like another person.
Yeah.
It's almost as much as you.
Yeah, that's it.
Almost.
Wow.
Alright. Zakkai, you're up. With Harmony on deck.
Excellent.
Or yeah. Sorry, yeah, Harmony /
Just gonna run up on it. Come here, ugly. Run, and then I'm going to use my Sand Claw attack. I get reach, so I don't have to be right next to him. But I like kind of brandish my hands out as if like I'm extending my claws, and these like sand claws raise out of the air. I mean, out of the ground into the air as I slash out. And roll.
Yeah, roll a hit.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
You can
It's a class natural weapon.
add a d4 too as well.
16.
16 hits.
Sweet.
Plus health. Roll that damage.
4 plus 4 plus 2, so 10 total damage.
Got really well on him. Anything else? Zakkai.
Nope.
Awesome. Alright. Anara and Harmony, who's going first?
I have another idea.
Hey.
Coming running out. All right, hold on. Let me try something. And I'm just gonna take like 2 of the bells and like I just start ringing them and like the little metal like xylophone-y things I have on the backs. I'm just like hitting them together and ringing bells, and it sounds horrible. And like thaumaturgy is just like making like horrible flashes of light. And gonna cast Dazzling Barrage on him, which is a Wisdom save. So he's hexed on that.
Okay, there we
Is
go.
that disadvantage or minus like a d4?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
2.
Okay. He's blinded.
Alright.
Alright. Should be a lot easier to hit him, Anara. He can't see you. or really, he can't see any of us right now. I think it's just till the end of his... Oh, and he can't take reactions until the start of his next turn. So, alright, he's blind for just like a little while, everybody. And...
Good job, Harmony!
This is an excellent idea.
And then...
Sounded like jazz!
Sounded like jazz.
How far does Bardic Inspiration go? 30? Is that Basil range?
With
Oh, it is
your-
60 feet. Okay, never mind.
With your rapier, your bardic inspiration range is double.
Oh!
That's sharp.
I haven't looked at my sword in a while.
I have a sword?
Well,
It's supposed to be decorative. It's part of the uniform.
well, I was in fencing club, so.
Part of the uniform.
All right. And you can do it this time, Basil.
Thanks, Harmony! Try my best!
Mistakes, I guess. Yeah. And inspiration for you. She'll work on her inspiration not being quite so condescending. She'll try.
Please don't
She'll work
stack
on it.
them, right?
Yeah.
No, you can use gold.
You can use both. Yeah.
It's just the
I just
inspiration.
can't-
I'll hit him this time.
And on my inspiration does do different extra things depending on what you use it for.
If it's
If you-
like for an attack or save or skill
Yeah.
check, I think it does a different thing.
Yeah, you can. If you use it for an ability check, you can re-roll it. If you use it for an attack, you can add that whatever you roll as thunder damage to that attack.
Oh.
So like you might not even need it, but you could still add it just for the thunder damage.
That's cool.
And then I forget what the other one is.
And I don't have to we don't have to decide if we're using the inspiration to after we roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can choose that and tack it on.
Wow, that's great.
On a saving throw, you gain temporary hit points equal to what you roll plus 4.
Wow.
That's
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
God, creation bar's amazing. All right, Anara, you're up with Nik-Nak on deck.
Well, I can't see that he can't see, but I'm gonna trust you. And I will head right at him with my long sword and make an attack. Which
Roll
is
the hit.
advantage.
Yes, because he's blind.
That one is going to hit. And you say I do extra damage if I use the guardian.
It does that amount of thunder damage.
I think I'll save it in case I miss with the next. So okay, that's two-handed.
The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it.
7 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then I will again spend a second key point and do flurry of blows, so 2 high kicks.
Yep.
First
High
one, 9 plus 7 is 16.
16 hits.
Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, 7 plus 7 is 14. It's actually 6 and 7. 14.
Does not.
I'll use the bardic inspiration. Plus 4 is 18.
That hits.
He does have to do a con save to maybe get the thunder damage. I forgot about that. I didn't see that at first.
Well, she's just doing the extra to make sure it hits.
Con save is 24.
Okay,
Oh,
makes
makes
sense. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
That's fine. But it hits. So 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then thank you. And then the last attack.
The con
It's looking pretty carved up.
Nat 20!
Yes!
Hey! Get that carrot.
Yes!
Roll double damage and then choose to reroll any number of the dice.
You're blind.
Blinded.
What are you blind?
I rolled maximum damage, so that's it's only 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's
Oh,
still
yeah.
great. Yeah.
One punch!
Kick!
One kick!
That would have that kick would have killed the civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punch the hole through their
Yeah.
chest.
The
Yeah.
security guard on the train
Kicked a head
would have
off.
been dead.
And that's it. I'm gonna stay in melee with it.
He doesn't have reactions right now.
I know I can move away, but
Just
if someone
FYI.
wants to flank, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Amazing. Next up, we have Nik-Nak finishing off the round.
Cool. Seeing Sledgehog tucked away in the corner, Nik-Nak will just run up a little bit. Okay. Am I within 15 feet? Yeah, probably right, like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
in
Cool. Guys.
All right. Let me make sure that I'm doing this right. Yeah. Okay. Nik-Nak will just like slide over next to Zakkai, look up and go 1, 2, 3, pull down all 4 of the hammers on the blunderbuss.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Close your ears.
What?
Yeah, I was like, I already 3 of them. When he closed my ears, I heard 2, and I was like, uh-oh.
I will roll to hit.
Roll a hit.
Wow. Yeah,
Always
that's
3.
26
To hit. Hits.
Yeah. And then he's within 15 feet of me, so he has to make a strength saving throw.
17.
Okay. Since he passes.
Nik-Nak, you also have an 80.
Oh shit! I forgot. Oh no! Wait. Hold on. Let me make sure that I.
Holding.
I'm not
wearing. Okay, no, it's fine. I failed.
Okay.
So as soon as the thing goes off, you look over and it's just a cloud of dust, and I go flying back 15 feet from the kickback from the blunderbuss. But he still takes.
The guy just looked over at Basil in horror, thinking that he just exploded.
Into that cloud.
How long is he going?
Ooh.
Till his start of his next turn.
The start.
He still takes
Wait, so it doesn't actually go through even one of his turns?
17 points of piercing damage.
Oh, damn.
And I was just like,
It does, like, blow a sizable chunk out of, like, one of his, like, arms. One of his arms is, like, one of the 4, now just kind of, like, hanging by, like, tendrils and, like, broken bone.
nice.
Kind of rough. Top of the round. Basil, you're up.
I see this window of opportunity that Anara has set up, and I'm going to try to strike into this position and hopefully get a flank into this spot and use the power of friendship that I now have and make an attack. I automatically have one of these. So is that
That's
what it
situation.
is? I'd say
That's
that's
one of the
clearly a 2 though.
It's the highest.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd say that.
that's on you, boo.
So that's a 22 regardless on that.
That hits.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna add a smite. to
Yes.
this.
Smite
So
him.
as he's kind of running up, you see like this like color of like veins kind of like come up from him and kind of like come up from his face and then kind of bleed into his hag sword and just kind of slice into him, and then some kind of like explosion happens from that point. The damage. Can I add the bardic inspiration to the damage of it, or how does
If
that work?
you can always use it to like help with the
Yeah.
attack roll,
Even if you
don't need it. It's just he does a con save to see if the thunder damage goes through or not. Which he seems probably strong at, but
Yeah, his last one.
10 from the sword, and then
Nice.
9 from the smite.
19? Wow.
That's a good amount of damage. You just like bring up this sword and slash up across his chest, and it does leave a sizable gash. And at first it's just like, okay, that was a pretty good shot. But as like that kind of gash like stays in his chest, it kind of like streaks up and down a little bit with like flashes of different colors. kind of like how it comes down your arm and up along the blade before there's like an after effect of explosions that kind of like erupt out of the wound, and he kind of like stumbles back a bit. That hurt quite a bit. Does not look good. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
You do that again.
I
Really
will.
hurt him.
I'm gonna use a Herringon hop to then kind of kick off his back and then give myself 10 feet.
Amazing. He kind of like, at his turn now, the creature like snaps a little bit out of it, and the darkness in his eyes is replaced by that same electric teal glow as he kind of growls and rears around and turns around from whatever big attack attacked him from behind. So he's gonna turn around and
Wasn't me!
he's gonna see a nice little gathering of enemies. And he's going to kind of rear back all these kind of like all the muscles in his like multiple shoulders now kind of roll back and he leans back
You're fine.
and then thrusts his head forward and jaw almost unhinges as like this massive cone of just like this
Halitosis.
electric teal bile just kind of in a 15-foot cone. So I'm gonna need Zakkai, Harmony, and Nik-Nak.
Nik-Nak's further than 15 feet. Well, 15 foot back.
Yeah,
That'd be a 30
No,
foot
it's true.
cone.
Yeah,
I did get,
That's
yeah.
gonna be
It's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Zakkai and Harmony. I'm gonna need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
You.
Oh man. Oh boy. 5.
You can add the D4 to your
Oh.
saving throw too.
Please.
Right, because your turn passed already, right?
Okay, it's a 15.
Yeah, so
15.
yeah, you just can't use it again until after
Yeah.
you've taken your turn now.
You both fail. So you each.
Oh, that sounds crunchy. That's crunchy dice right there. Oh.
You each take 16 points of acid damage as this just like massive like tidal wave of this like sickly kind of like teal goop is expelled onto you both in this fire hose of just goop coming out of his mouth. You're also each poisoned.
Is that all the things?
That is all the things that happen.
Excellent.
Okay.
You're waiting for pause.
Nope.
Lost my concentration. And I lost my sand armor because I dropped below my 10th.
Just that like explosion of bile happens and that
Good to
kind
bad.
Not a
of
good
swirling sand around you, Basil, suddenly just all instantly drops to the ground.
It's
Ew.
just like a sand version of him just like around me.
He's just like,
Oh. Is Hellish Rebuke first or second level? Because it only is listed under my second level, but it says first in the little thingy.
I think it's first level.
Right?
It's first, but I believe
I have to use it at a second level.
You
I
can
think-
upcast it. I think.
because for you it's a trait, it's a racial trait, I believe. Because all
Yeah.
tieflings just get hellish rebuke.
yeah. It's a
Oh,
weird
so
action.
I don't need a spell slot even. I
No.
just use it once.
Yeah.
Or
Okay. Well, I look down at my outfit, my school uniform, and then and like flames burst up on him.
Amazing. Is it a save or
Dex save.
Dex save? That dice is gone forever. Natural one.
Yeah! Not the uniform, you bitch. 3d10.
Yes.
how much damage did you
What
both
is this,
take?
a 10?
16.
16.
Okay, that's a decent chunk for both of you.
I absorbed some of it with my temp health, but I'm still at 2/3 health.
Okay.
And you?
Oh god, I don't know. What is a 0-0?
A 10.
You don't
Okay.
need
No.
18 fire damage.
it. Damn.
Harmony, show us how it's done.
She's flicking off some of the acid and yells and just her like there's heat kind of you can see like the kind of like heat waves that kind of like start to come off and her eyes kind of like flash. They're kind of more like a brown usually and they just kind of get very red, like the pupils and flash like bright red, and she just like really aggressively like flings her hands out at him and just like just wordless.
Yeah,
How
that's
dare
just
you.
like weird wavy like heat kind of. I don't even know what you call the effect that it does.
Oh
the
that
vibration,
shimmery,
that
yeah,
shimmer
just a big.
kind of just like travels through the air rapidly and it just hits them and it just like a spontaneous combustion bursts into these flames, which get that kind of tealish kind of like color as they kind of like erupt and dies down, but it's and screaming and like kind of wailing as it flails around trying to escape fire, but it can't. So it just very slowly kind of smolders before eventually stumbles and he falls over.
She's just still holding those two bells, but she's like still kind of like mad. And you're like, whoa, calm down. Like, that kind. Her eyes are still a little red after the fact.
Nobody get any mats on a uniform.
Well,
At least you were protected by a uniform.
Is everyone okay?
we have one of them,
I don't feel great.
Does it stay in the same form after it smolders, or does it change back to the humanoid form?
He stays in this, or the body stays in this form.
I'm gonna approach it. Is it like all acidic?
The sort of like the whatever he is bleeding is not the liquidy type that you
Okay.
saw in the previous
It's
chamber.
the
It is the thick goop.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
see if I can locate the rock.
The cylinder.
Make an investigation.
Are we still poisoned?
For 1 minute.
11.
You sure you guys don't need a hand?
Yeah.
Here, Zakkai. Wait, let me just try this real quick. I do give him at least a point of lay on hands, which will neutralize the poison,
Oh, cool.
and I'll do that to both of them to just.
Try and
Here's
draw
a little shock. I will just like
memories.
and give you a little static
You
shock.
said 1 point of health, too?
Yeah.
To
neutralize the poison.
Like,
Okay.
that makes it 14.
Thanks, Basil.
14?
Okay.
That makes. It's
Ooh.
difficult
Does
to kind
anybody
of
got a
like.
healing potion?
It's
No, we
difficult
should
to
have
like
bought
get
those
access
before we got here.
Yeah.
But after kind of like getting the
Kind of
sloppy kind of mess of what little clothes
Prizing
you-
parts of it away with the sword, and then
Luckily, the sword you kind of like lift up a flat of fabric before you hear like a faint metallic ting as the small like golden cylinder kind of falls out of a pocket and rolls around on the ground towards you.
pick it up. I think this is the
That's the key.
Nice work.
Oh, you got the doodad.
The key for the doodad.
I think so. Did anything else pop out when I was looking? I was particularly looking for the key, but is there anything else there?
Yeah.
The there's the fake box that Harmony made. Otherwise, he didn't seem to have anything on him.
In this room, is there anything else that is written in primordial?
A Nik-Nak, you want to hold on?
Oh,
to this?
yeah. I'll put it in a bag.
In this room, no.
I think, I know we now have the key and the real box, but the way he was acting with looking at what he thought was the real box, I don't know if we should open it just yet, or if maybe we
No.
should find out what it does at least,
Yeah.
because it's probably pretty powerful. It could be dangerous
There-
if we don't know what it does.
There was that library room that we came through on the way in here. And by the way, this section, as we came through, the title on the door was Grand Evolution Chamber. So whatever he did, I'm assuming, was some sort of grand evolution that they are trying to achieve with this substance.
Well,
So
we should
imagine
definitely
more
go
people.
back to the library and
Yes.
see if there's any
Information.
information on what they're looking for,
Right.
maybe what the box does. Also,
I agree we shouldn't open it. And one possibility for the owners with these elven women we saw in loose cannon. But
Oh, you think so?
possibly they seem to be expecting someone. Also,
Just some elves in a bar waiting for someone, you think?
this woman was an elf. They look to be waiting for someone in the same place as someone else who was waiting for that same person. It's not for sure, but it's a possibility. But
In this room, there's 2 more doors here.
Mhm.
Neither of them labeled.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just wondering if we push on to explore more, or if we double back for the.
What should we get the hell out of here?
We have to go through the library on the way
not
out,
super
regardless.
comfortable staying in this place
Yeah.
much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before other
Should
people
a few
come.
of us take a peek into that evolution?
Well, this area that we are in right now
Oh, this
is the
entire
Grand
area.
Evolution
Oh, I
Chamber.
understand.
That specifically, I think,
No, there was a different.
Oh, that was the
that's
different
what I
chamber?
thought.
Oh.
It was in the hallway.
We passed
Yeah.
it over.
Oh, that was the one we passed through. I thought it was on the door as we walked through into here.
No, it was on the door of one of that little side hall.
Oh, okay. All right.
That one had
Okay.
the.
Well, then I think we should check that out
Should
at
we-
least
Yeah.
before we leave. But
Should
it's
we
on our
quickly
way.
see maybe where the other 2 doors go,
Yeah,
just to
we
make
wanna-
sure?
I think this probably leads back towards the front here.
And I'll
We'll just.
yeah, I'll
Just
just
check out the other doors.
check
see
out
what
the
we
doors.
If there's anyone else,
I'll go over.
beat them up too.
First, Harmony and Zakkai. This metal door creaks open loudly as it scrapes along the floor, leads into a small room cramped tightly with boxes and barrels. There's a large, dingy white tarps that are kind of draped over and piled in the corner. The room is very musky and dusty and smells of rotting food. There's a couple of crates you see that look to what once held, still technically hold supplies and what's the word, rations that have clearly gone bad by now. There is another at the back end of the door, kind of behind all these boxes that have been piled up, is another metal door, and you see, sort of as Anara described before, that door covered in little signs that say warning, do not enter, contamination, 53%.
There's another contamination warning door in here.
Say do not open it.
This one's 53%.
If
I
they
guess
were,
I don't know what
less
that
than the
means.
other one?
Maybe we shouldn't open
if
it.
they weren't willing to open it, we shouldn't open it.
I'm
I
wondering
agree.
if this has something to do with their experimenting. It's corrupting parts of this place when they do whatever it is that they're doing to
And then
either
they just
people or
That
the
close
makes
off
area
sense.
rooms that are
that are done.
lost.
Yeah, maybe so.
Do the supply boxes have any little? Can I just look for any little extra empty jars? Empty stopper jars.
Make an investigation check.
Or I mean,
That
also,
did come in very useful
yeah,
so
I'm
far.
Like, well, 24.
24.
Maybe see if there's any potions laying around.
As you kind of are moving things around and trying checking for what you're looking for, like empty jars, glasses, whatever, and you do
Yeah.
find a small kind of what do you call them? It almost looks like those little wooden things that hold the flights.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of like that, and you see it has 4 beakers in it, but you're able to get relatively standard sized beaker stuff. I will say with a roll that high, you find 2 additional things that the only 2 things that in this room that aren't completely rotten or wasted. One, there is a bottle, a green bottle that seems to be holding a deep kind of red purple liquid, seems to be wine inside. There is elvish kind of scrawling on the label. Do you read Elvish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do read Elvish.
I know.
You read that it is aged goodberry wine.
Ooh.
Healing of some kind.
Yeah, it's good berry as in
This spell.
healing,
Yeah.
or just it's just wine.
No, goodberries. I mean, it's also you can add it into your inventory.
That's true. I can do
The other thing that you find as you're kind of rummaging through the boxes, it only stands out, and you kind of find it at first because it's stands out against all the kind of the musty old kind of rot smell. Eventually, as you're clearing things out, you suddenly get a whiff of kind of roasted meat or something and salt, and you kind of dig a bit further. At the bottom of one of these boxes, there is a whole kind of as if fresh out of like the oven, a sort of meat like haunch.
Like the cartoon big old thing on,
Quite
on
literally.
the thigh
It's
bone.
like a bone with just like
the little poofy thing on the
a
edge.
Yeah.
thing of like a collection of meat on the edge.
Yeah, it's just sitting there hot.
Which
and tight.
is-
it?
And no, it's warm to the touch, and from the smell of it, seasoned, and it's like hot and ready to use.
HOTT.
Yeah, it's hot to go. Yeah. And it was just like under stuff in a box. Well, this is
You find his lunch?
enticing, but strange, and maybe we
Is that
should just take
a bite?
a little.
I'll do it.
Well,
do it.
maybe we should give it a closer look first, since the last thing that
I'll
guy
do
in
it.
there drank turned him into a big monster and then killed him. So, you know.
Fair point.
I mean, drinking's maybe different than eating. So who
That's
knows?
true.
Well, let's play it. We'll play it safe.
Experiment for
We'll play it
Nik-Nak.
safe. I guess I'll bring those back out, and Nik-Nak, you can identify stuff, right?
Sure.
If it's magical,
Yeah.
because it's got to be magical. Everything else in there was rotten, and this, I'm just like kind of waiting.
We opened this.
And
other
this
door
was just
before
like-
that happened.
In a box, warm and
Warm.
steaming. Yeah.
Ew.
Well, I mean, like in a good way, in like a
As she puts it in
food
her hand,
way.
it's hot like right out of the like right off the fire. It's pretty good.
In front of me. All right, well, keep an eye out. It'll only take a second. And I'll like spend the time to ritual cast.
You identify the haunted haunch. This large boar haunch has been smoked and seasoned to perfection. Although it has an unnatural aura, the haunch never rots. Eating the meat down to the bone will provide you a full day's nourishment and grant you advantage on Constitution saving throws for 8 hours. The meat will regrow, fully cooked and seasoned over the course of 1d4 plus 1 days. And that is the haunted haunch.
Oh. That's
So,
great.
I can eat it.
Well, it's magical meat. It will fill you up.
We already had that
Don't.
here.
What do you mean?
What?
Well, that's good to know.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
Yeah, so maybe be careful what
Probably
you
not.
say.
I think it's
Well,
probably
and Tem will turn and be like, and culturally, what like is that the age of maturity?
No. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're considered an adult
Oh,
for
yeah.
a kobold. Okay.
Oh,
So there you go.
okay.
You have to ask those types
My
of
dick.
questions because
My dick.
Oh,
different
Yeah.
different species have different
It's just a joke.
ages of maturity.
meat.
Yeah.
I've known him for a
Some
little while.
species
It
have very
doesn't
little
stop.
maturity.
Well, anyway.
What's in the other room?
What is it now?
She's like heels
kinda
looking
hand
away,
over
putting the meat in her bag.
large, heavy metal door with one with wheel crane. You're able to
Be
open it
mature.
up. Leads into a hallway.
Does that mean you're getting like grease and seasoning and shit all over?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like just a unopened or
Fresh.
unwrapped. Just,
Big old leg of meat.
It's just
I just by habit prestidigitation with the hand that I'm moving it with at all times.
There we go.
the door opens to a long, narrow hallway, kind of as the ones that you've been traveling to, before it opens up into a little room, and you see that there are a set of wooden stairs that go up.
I will just call back that there's a room, stairs headed up. So I assume perhaps back to the basement or. a
We
room
didn't
could
see
be
another
layer
door.
No, but the other doors that were by the sewer
There's
pipe
a layer above us.
could lead
Level
out if
above
it
us.
is a big loop.
We came down 2 levels.
Up is better than down at this point.
Well,
Is-
I
is
do
there
need
any
to go back
signs?
We
and
wanted to
look into the library
Yeah,
before
we
we
should do
leave.
that.
Oh,
That'd be
yes.
As well as the Grand
Let me
Evolution
just
Chamber.
quickly scout
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna stealthily head up the stairs really quick and just take a quick look.
I'll take the nerds to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else going together. Are you fine on your own, Anara, to scout and then meet us back in the library?
I will come quickly if I need anything.
I can wait down here for you.
Okay.
Great. And then
You
I'll
get to
start
watch
leaving.
Amanda.
Tem, Harmony.
I don't know what that is
Basil,
either.
you're coming to the library too.
I'll hang out with Anara and Nik-Nak.
Pretty
Okay.
sure I'm not.
Seem like we'd be the ones to get in the most trouble.
So then,
I don't want no book nerds.
back to the library. When we passed through the big watery blue chamber again, anything seemed different since this got exploded? No? Okay.
Also, the bottom of that like water tank area, were there like pipes that were leading out to anywhere else, or was it just kind of like a
drainage or anything?
self-sustained tank?
Well, there were pipes coming out of the pool.
And
There
then
were,
traveling
and then
across the
traveling all
complex.
through
Yeah,
around.
and then it
Just
was like
leading all
dripping in
over.
there and
And
stuff.
it's,
And I think
it's
I
the bronze
mentioned
pipes that we've
That
seen.
there were
Yeah.
pipes
already.
all in through the
Okay.
basement area on the level above.
Yeah, that's right.
But there
And
didn't
those-
seem to be like another big circular valve to like unleash the floodgates of this thing.
Put it into the
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
supply.
Yeah.
It wasn't- all right.
It was going to get.
Wasn't
There was a
connected
connection.
to the pipe that led to the sewer level,
No.
right? No, but it was,
Okay.
There is
were
a
pipes
connection.
There's a lot of
to-
speculation.
to the level above.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw those pipes on the basement.
When we get to the library, I'm going to start looking for specifically like books in Primordial or anything that seems to reference the cult Tataruchi or any of their given names. You know, Wardens of the Prison, Keepers of the Nectar, Heralds of the Cleansing. That.
Yeah. Make an investigation.
Yeah.
And I'll cast comprehend languages on myself again if I like start looking and it's all in other languages.
16.
And I guess, yeah, I probably would be looking for the same thing,
Yeah.
like anything that seems like related to the cult or any of the kind of buzzwords from like Keepers of the Nectar and whatever, and the nest. Yeah.
And I'm on this couch. I'm just flipping my like
The sickle
chalk
ball.
and yeah, and just kind of catching it.
So for and Harmony, thumbing over the books and scrolls in this small library, you see a lot of the books are medical texts, and not just for humanoids. You read a great deal of books and papers that seem to reach various different kinds of bestial creatures. You see that there are books and scrolls that seem to be studying the biological aspects of oozes or elementals or monstrosities. You see a great deal of scrolls also seem to track progression of vitals, measurements of time correlating to withdrawals, graphs, charts. The number of documents you come across seem to focus, or the ones that do seem to focus on humanoids rather than beasts are equally baffling. Many of the notes seem medical at first, tracking vital signs, typical medical notes, and then slowly start to include strange new notations, many of which are written in Primordial and seem to document how well the subject is adapting to the evolution.
They use that word evolution.
They use that quite a bit.
Yep, seems like this experiment that they were doing about what they called evolution. It was people were using this substance to try and change their forms.
That's probably what's behind the doors too, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
And that would make sense why they would have bear traps if they needed to
stop.
some way to slow down a huge creature like that.
I'll also say that, Tam, you are looking through the books and you see on the desk near where Zakkai is kind of just tossing things, there's a small desk over there. And there's a book that has been left open that is heavily like, same as like a college student would mark with like notes and highlight certain things. There is a book that's heavily marked up. And for a second there, it's a little bit familiar and you kind of close the book. The cover is the exact same book that you had just checked out.
The
But-
Titan book? This is the same book from the library the bookstore that we took. I literally have it in my bag right now.
Was that one? Did she say
I-
there was like it was like a rare? Not
Nick
that many
added
copies
Nick
that
added
were
it to my
anything like
inventory,
that?
so I'll read what it said from that. Is that the Memory Mythos of Terragia? That one? Okay. This book is the borrowed property of Biblio Archives of Port Elsewhere. Are we ever going to give it back? I don't know. Temporary under the stewardship of Thalmiska Prig, owner of Subtext Books and Scrolls. It covers an approximate history of Terragia with chapters that focus on gargantuan creatures called Titans that once roamed the planet. Information in this book ranges between factoids and wild speculation. While in possession of this tome, you have advantage on history checks made to recall historical events, dates, and factoids about Terragia. So based on what this is marked with, is this like a chapter about the Titans or that we can see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is exactly what this like book highlights regarding the Titans and what their myths surrounding this planet are.
So you think they're maybe trying to find a way to
Recreate
a Titan?
something like that. Look at
Or
what we just saw,
something
this
similar?
giant humanoid with multiple hands and crazy heads. It doesn't seem like this is something that is child's play.
But also, clearly the man that drank that water in the first place that turned into the creature that we fought, he can't have been high up or a leader. Otherwise, why would he risk
sacrificed himself.
drinking an experimental?
I think this is probably wider than we think. Do I see any other pages that are marked? Or that's basically like the only one.
There's several pages in the same chapter.
Okay, I will make a note in my copy of the book what they were like extra noting. I'll just take little pieces of paper and slot them into my copy so that I know what they were really looking at.
Why don't you just take this copy if you need to return the other one?
Okay, I'll take it too, but why not?
Might
Take
have
it.
some like extra like writing or
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, maybe they took notes in
Yeah.
it already
Yeah.
or something like that.
Is there anything in the desk?
Y'all like to
Open
do
the
that,
drawers.
right?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
you
it's
kind of
good to
rough
take
through the
notes
drawers. A few of them are empty. A couple of them just have like additional writing supplies.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I'll take this, and then I guess the most like descriptive text of the experiments where it says evolution and things like that, I'll just slide in my bag as well too. We should probably get going soon, but do you want to take a peek in that door about the grand evolution, or should we just get back up with everyone?
We'll take a quick peek.
I would like to see
Because
it.
that was this door, right? Yeah.
It
So-
was yes. The initial.
Yeah.
Back to the other three of you. The two of you are waiting while Anara kind of scopes out upstairs.
Yeah, I'll just quickly, stealthily.
Well, stealth check.
11.
You get to the top of the stairs, and it is a small room. And you see that there is another one of those heavy kind of metal doors with the wheel crank that is left slightly ajar. The room kind of leads out to one of those longer hallways. You don't see anyone, but you do hear the sound of one or two voices coming from beyond the door. A good distance away, you estimate at least a good like 40 feet away. So they're fairly muffled and distant, but you do hear voices.
I will immediately, as quickly and quietly as possible, stealth back to the other two. There's more people. Voices. I'm just, yeah,
Should we get the others and take them out, or what do you think?
where did the others go?
Give it back to the library.
Did we, how far up did the stairs go? Was it like a whole level?
Yeah, it was a good like 20 feet.
We should find the others, but my senses of the underground are not good enough to know where this is located relative to where we came in. But I don't think we should approach two voices. Yes, two voices.
No, not without the others.
Did I understand what language they were speaking? Or was it speaking common? Did I
You
hear-
couldn't like discern any like what they're saying. All you heard was.
Just out of curiosity, could I, as a kobold, having spent a very long time in tunnels, kind of, I don't not the word like triangulate, but sort of like get my bearings of like, is this attached closer to that other like downstairs that we didn't go?
Make a just a general roll d20, add your intelligence modifier.
9.
9. I mean, you're 100% are used to caves and tunnels. You're used to cobalt caves and tunnels, which are just a hornet's nest of
Yeah,
little
very small.
holes that go in all directions.
Yeah.
So this is structured and organized, so it makes no sense to you.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get back to the other ones.
So we'll head back. I guess that wouldn't have taken that long. We'd probably catch him in the library. I don't know.
Yeah, especially after the amount of time you research and notes you guys are kind of taking.
Okay.
You'll catch up to them as they're sort of wrapping up and moving into the next.
So we'd let them know that down that other corridor, it went up to a level above, and I heard voices. We're not alone in this laboratory or science experiment or whatever it is.
Anara said she heard only 2 voices.
It's definitely a laboratory or a science experiment. They are doing some crazy things here, as evidenced by our friend that we just met. But
Do we continue exploring or do we get out?
well, there's this one room that we might want to look in, and then we can retrace our steps back up. But we should at least figure out what they mean by grand evolution and check into this chamber.
I agree.
I don't want to leave here without at least getting as much information as we can. I found their main tome that they were referencing, which happens to be a copy of a book I picked up earlier in town, actually. But it speaks
while
of
you look in this room, I will stand guard here. Someone should guard the other way in.
Okay.
If there are people moving around in here, who knows when they come down here.
I'll go with you, Tim.
When I try the door, is it locked?
No.
Open.
I'm gonna just summon Slink again and have her head to the bottom
Down another hallway.
and just sort of be on the wall there and periodically check in.
She kind of like crawls and then just flats. Is suddenly just an image on the wall. 10. The heavy door pulls open, leading into a medium-sized chamber. The dirt and steel floors that you've been walking around in here are replaced with plush red carpet. Rough stone walls have been carved and smoothed down. The room looks like a small type of altar, a small step that leads up to a strange-looking device. You aren't quite sure if it's medical in nature, or some means of torture, or perhaps a mix of the two. It resembles a stockade. A standard human in place could have their arms and head locked into position, and you imagine if they were locked into a certain direction, behind them, kind of towards their back, coming out of the wall, are nearly a dozen needle-tipped prongs and tubes that kind of come out of the wall, ready to be injected into whomever is held in place here. Above the stockade, serving as a sort of makeshift needle at the end of a long, thicker tube coming out of the ceiling, a short sword made of some kind of bone or ivory hangs with its tip pointed down toward the base of the neck of whoever's in the stockade would be.
Tem vomits.
There's
Whoa.
dried splatters of that kind of teal liquid on the floor, mixed with a deep kind of reddish black.
this room.
This is
Oh, that went up my trunk a little bit.
Oh, God.
This is awful.
Switch with me.
I'm gonna come in and start investigating though.
If there's anything in there besides just the like device.
The device, the tubes, and the larger tube with the sword.
Any writing?
No.
No. Okay.
Are there any symbols or anything on the sword? Or like anything that indicates like this is also a special
The
sword?
sword is like a needle on there. It's like attached to part of
This
it.
is
Like
just
it
a
is
sword.
the needle.
Yeah.
The sword is acting as the needle.
Think the kind of tube coming out of the wall as sort of the plunger of the syringe,
Uh-huh.
and the sword is serving as the
So
needle.
like
So
liquid would
it's
flow through the sword.
either not exactly through, but sort of like down.
Down.
It's serving as almost like a nib of a fountain.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't we come across something earlier about a hollow sword? Don't they call themselves something about hollow swords or
There was
yeah.
that book that was one of the 3 books in the
writer's
in the writer's room.
maybe it wasn't smut. Maybe it was
Some sort of code.
actually secretly a useful book. I think we should destroy this
Yeah.
device,
This is
obviously.
terrible.
Maybe the sword part of it is something
Useful, or at least worth
important.
investigating. Yeah.
dangerous,
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah.
You said it's like made of bone.
Looks
Looking
like
Yeah,
it.
it looks to be made out like the blade is sharpened, so
Uh-huh.
it would function,
Yeah.
but it does seem to be made out of bone or ivory of some kind.
Yeah, I think Tem's gonna go and snap it off, or try and like remove it from the tube.
It takes it's more so like it's less of a like yanking it, snapping it off, but you can see that there's a knob you hook here, and it will eventually kind of slide out.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, we can at least delay whatever kind of horrible experiments they're trying to do by
having this.
getting rid of all of this, and
And we have the nest, whatever that is, still too, and now supposedly the item to help us access it. So,
all right.
I'm fine. Let's go.
Should we destroy
Who
this
wants
room?
Yeah,
to?
if you wanna
Zakkai,
smash
you
it,
wanna, rage room this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna just start throwing sand, throwing my like sickles that I folded up.
We're allowed to do this now? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I was gonna
I'll
do
just
it.
do
You
a
guys
few
love
little
too.
fencing poses to be like, shoo, shoo, shoo.
While like
Gotta
smashing a room up and say,
stay
do we
practiced.
think we should head back out the way we came? I'm thinking it was a bit of a bottleneck.
Yeah. Or,
But it seemed pretty empty and not frequented, right?
But we've been down here a while.
Well, at the very least, my alarm still hasn't gone off.
This is good. I just wonder if it is worth seeing who or what these other individuals are.
My only worry is
Way out.
the dumb waiter. That was kind of a debacle last time, and I'd like to get out of here.
Same.
Should we just... we either go back up the dumbwaiter or go back around to the other stairwell and see who was at the top talking on the other side and where that comes out.
I say the dumb waiter, as much as I don't like it, but I don't think we should be seen by any more of these people.
right now we are, as far as we know, unseen. They'll figure out someone was here when they see their friend.
Yeah.
But
then they might try to, leave here if they know that people are here. I don't know.
well, we can't hide that evidence in there regardless.
Well, they're not
That's
going to abandon this place. Remember the
Yeah,
huge rock of
there's-
Arcanium in there?
I remember.
There's a lot more going on here than we first
I'll
expected.
send Slink up to the top of the dumbwaiter to keep watch
That's
while we go
a
up
good idea.
one by one. I'm worried of us splitting up and being
So let's,
separated again.
Yeah, let's stick together now.
let's run to fight another day.
Let's get out of here.
So send Slink up so that she's in the room. I will be at the bottom looking through her eyes, making sure there's no one in that room as people start to go up online.
Can I just... was there anything else on this desk in the first
the
room?
Pontifex's
Yeah.
sanctuary.
If you'd like, you can head back in and check.
Yeah, I'll just... because we have to go through there to get to the dumbwaiter anyways, right?
And
So
it's
I'll
one
just...
at a time going up. So
Yeah, so I'll just poke around on that desk.
I'll help her look too.
Make an investigation check, or each of you, or both, or one you with advantage.
Can I do a different investigation and just look for metal?
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks for your help, Nik-Nak.
I'll look for everything that is important.
I got a 24.
I got a 17.
Look for more smut bugs.
Nope.
Look for a snack.
Went for the wrong thing.
For real good. Looking around, I'll say, Nik-Nak, you're able to find a couple things. Just around the room, there is, I'll say, at least a portion of things that you could consider loose scrap or whatnot. You can pry. You go to the point where you can prying handles off of the desk, loose scrap, things like that.
Our very own copper wire harvester in the group.
Yeah.
Harmony, looking at the desk, you kind of are rummaging around with an investigation that high. You see that one of the lower shelves, as you kind of open it, it's one of those where the desks, the top two shelves are standard, or top two drawers are standard size, and the lower drawers are those deep
The big ones.
As you kind of pull it out, it's only half as deep as the drawer should be, but your Harmony, and just kind of roll your eyes and just slide.
Very
the false
cleverly done.
slide the false bottom out. Underneath the false bottom, there in this drawer, there are two things. There is what looks to be a hand crossbow, but it is modified. There is a sort of canister on the back of it with a tube that kind of leads up to the front of it. And it looks like the canister would, at least at the moment, as you kind of like shake it, it sloshes around. There's a deeper color, but that same teal kind of liquid is inside the canister.
Concentrated.
There's also a very hefty looking syringe, about like a still standard like human medical one, but one of those kind of like the scary kind of what do you call it? Yeah, it's
Something
like,
you could take a bone marrow out with.
it's one of those thicker syringes. Inside, you see it already has like liquid loaded inside, but it is surprisingly not that same teal liquid. This one is bright orange and kind of like swirls on its own in the glass.
Okay.
Carrot juice.
I'll hold them for now, but Nik-Nak, when we get out of here, I may have you identify a couple things that I found in this desk.
Who's going up first?
Did you get all the
What's
drawer handles that you need?
I think so. Do you see any?
Well, I mean, the ones over here, I'm done now. You can have these.
Okay. Every week, so I'm just like, Sledge. Thank
He
you.
doesn't have his immediate hand into hammer, smash, back to hand.
If you don't mind, I'll go first since I came down last.
All yours.
All right. Bye.
Sledge will immediately after you.
Watch Bruce thinks eyes while the first couple people go.
First people, not an issue. You get like a couple of you first out before. It's not upstairs, and Snip doesn't get anything, but those of you that are still downstairs, not immediately here, but you can hear kind of outside, beyond, probably closer to the large chamber with all the water and there are people starting to at least.
Let's speed it up while there are people coming.
Yeah, they'll definitely
Let's go.
notice. Is 10 already up?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
yeah.
would have done in reverse order, so
Yeah,
I probably
yeah.
would have been second, and then, you know.
A few of
Do you
us
have
can
any way
just
of
shove
blocking?
each other, get shoved in.
I'll go last. I'll let everyone come.
Alright, so like one by one, I'll head back up somewhere. Zakkai, the last kind of to get in there. Make a perception check real quick.
That one.
That one.
No.
In the clear. Lean out. Do a last like little check to see if there's anybody following you guys. If you can hear anything, see anything. But you're pretty much over this place anyways. Oh my god, you don't even bother like pulling yourself up by the thing.
Oh,
You just
I was thinking of making a block, but
Oh, you do that too.
that's also cool. Yeah, I'll just monolith myself.
Use the sand to raise it.
Yeah.
Keep it there. Venture all into that smaller room, which you can have to climb up and out of the trap door into the main area of the lighthouse.
Send Slink first.
Did you? Coast is clear. And as evidence, there's no trigger to your alarm spell. The chain is still there in front of the door.
I'll grab those books.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the three.
let's get those 3 books on the way out.
I'll just grab those and head into town.
I'll go to the door, grab my chain.
Let's go.
Alright, yeah,
Is there anything
Let's
following
get
us?
back to camp.
I blocked off the way too, so.
You like quickly head to the exit, throw open the door to the lighthouse. It's just in time to see just there's tiny bits of hints of sunrise coming on the eastern side, but you kind of at least are able to get out of the horizon's end lighthouse.
Back to
None, at least not for the most part, none aware that you were there.
From the main like lobby level, you said was like very dusty and everything. I'm just gonna prestidigitation away all of the dust so that there's no like indication of additional footprints or anything. It's just all clean now.
Do we want to wait at our campsite and see how that goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
maybe monitor it
Definitely.
for at least the next few
There were
hours. They're
people heading into the chamber
they've
after us.
clearly
They
gonna
will
find out
find.
what we did.
I just left a bunch of sand down there, dude. So like,
Yeah, there's no hiding.
There's something we
watch
have
out again. See
Okay.
see what happens.
We head back to the where we
Kind of
camped.
climb up the slopes there, settle in the campsite, at least kind of breathe a moment now that you're able to at least kind of like got in, got out. Everything's fine for the most part. How long do you want to stay?
Couple hours, I think.
Just wait till it gets
Yeah,
really
because
light.
it's
Two-
probably
2
still
hours
what,
till
5 in the
dawn.
morning, like
Yeah,
6 in the
till
morning.
the sun is like
it's
up
around, like 4 or 5 in the morning.
till dawn.
So,
Till
yeah.
sun's up.
In which case, if you do decide to hang out for a couple hours at least, not long after the sun rises, you do see 2 figures start heading up, seemingly out of the city, up towards the lighthouse. One of them seems to be dressed in standard commoner's clothes, tunic, pants, boots. The other is a tall, dark-skinned woman, short, kind of blonde-dyed, bounce kind of curls, walking with a staff with a hook at the end. She kind of like walks up to the lighthouse, pushes the door open, kind of waits and gestures to the other person to move inside, and then she kind of like looks around before reaching and closing the door.
But no one left.
No one has left
2 people out there.
in the time that you left, in the time that
And-
you've been watching.
The civilian outfit person, was it just very like basic, nothing that stood out at all, or was there anything? If we were to try to maybe keep an eye out for that
So what was their
outfit.
wealth class, maybe?
Humanoid.
Human, the standard human, probably like late 30s. Man, yeah, like standard commoner's clothes. In terms of, make an insight check, Basil.
Just to the 9s, probably. That's probably a 17.
17. Interesting enough, quite the opposite. Where this man, judging by his appearance alone, is a kind of like down on their luck. Probably hasn't had anything good happen in a little while.
Subject.
The next subject. Yeah.
Before she kind of like gestures them inside, welcomingly, kind of like looks around.
Well, we broke everything, so
If they
maybe
built
he'll be
it, like,
okay.
They have a lot of that goo.
They do have
fact
a lot
that
of
they
the
can rebuild it.
but at least maybe we helped them be delayed.
Also, maybe because we broke everything up, they might suspend their experiments until they figure out what's going on.
Oh, we also
Or-
took their sword.
I can't believe it took me so long to think about this, but can we now tell the city guard
That's
about
what
this
I
place?
am thinking too.
Let-
We probably need to report this to someone.
But
Yeah, now we have evidence with the sword.
I don't think we should give them the nest.
No.
No, we're not
we
giving them.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
The
think
nest,
we tell
they-
anyone anything yet. They will ask questions about why we were there and how we know.
I'm sure we could do it anonymously or leave a
We
note
can-
or
We
something.
can take some time to figure out things more, see if we can really get solid answers and then present a case.
Let an experienced group with authority go in there and clean everything up, set everything right. Catch all the bad guys.
It could also cause a massacre. I mean, that's poking the bee's nest.
Maybe we just give them a really strong warning
A letter, a
to
strongly
really
worded
bring
letter.
a lot of reinforcements.
This isn't college anymore. It's not a detention.
Well,
Well,
hopefully
if we do go back in
There
there,
will be real world
Tell them to-
consequences.
bring
It might be
A lot
bigger
of-
than this.
people.
We might need to know what they're doing before we start telling
There's
people.
pipes that went all over underground. We don't know. And it's under the noses of all the authorities for how long? How long
Let's-
does it take to build such a facility?
This doesn't make sense to me yet.
No, it doesn't either. We need to regroup. Let's maybe go back to the music box and figure out what's going on.
you said you knew a fellow who could maybe help? And you were talking about some elves?
It was just a thought that perhaps they were waiting for the same person that the tiefling gentleman was. He looked like he was a bounty hunter or a mercenary of some kind.
Trouble. Yeah, we'll find
They
it.
weren't together, but they were in the same place.
Okay, well, maybe we could get some information from them and see if anything sounds like a lead.
I think finding out who's on the other side of the delivery would be of value.
We know the bad guys, we gotta find the good guys.
Or another set of bad guys.
Let's be careful what we're telling and to who.
Yes.
Okay. And find out more about the nest.
The nest.
Speaking of, I'd like to get Sedgehog away from this lighthouse.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Let's get back into the city.
Tentative plan, sort of, in place. At least a laundry list of questions and things that you would like to handle. It's such a shame that we're gonna have to get that next time when we come back. Amazing, you guys.
Oh,
Getting out of Horizons End alive.
Wow.
We could have taken 2 more guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
The
No
first hit
problem.
from that. The first hit
Yeah,
from
and
that
then
guy
the
was
leaders
a
show
lot.
up when we're trying to leave.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the leader.
But we got a lot of info.
We learned a lot.
About
We'll see what happens.
I'm also a little
next.
hurt.
Thank you guys for joining
Yeah,
us
same.
for yet another episode of
I
Tem
thought we
Terragia.
were dying.
Hope to see you back here next time to find out exactly what these guys are dealing with. And in the meantime, stay away from any 4-armed hulking guys. They're probably not friendly.
Yeah, not nice.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.